What's happening, beautiful people? It's Tuesday, the 29th of April. We're almost done with this month, baby. Bring on the dancing girls. It's the Church New Testament coming at you live on a Tuesday morning.
Welcome back to church!
What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey with his beautiful and Jewish co-host, Lisa Ayat.
Shalom.
Looking beautiful on a Tuesday morning. What's happening?
I've been good. I've been missing the Netanyahu minute. You've slowed down a little bit on that.
Listen, man,
did someone get to you?
information is coming in very cloudy. I don't want to say stuff, and then people saying Joey's putting out misinformation.
Can you imagine if you were like, what is that called? Where like you're a plant for Israel? You're
You're
an industry plant for Israel?
Yeah, no, I'm not an industry plant for nobody. I'm just a fucking guy trying to get it together. You know what I'm saying? I'm old. I'm just trying to do some stand-up. I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. I was telling you on the way in here, I had a situation last week with the fucking friend of mine. I like to say dear friend of mine, but I feel bad because she called, and I could see that it was a setup for something, and then finally the clouds parted and showed me the true color of the sky. She's like, can you come over here for my birthday and buy dinner? Like, that was the last fucking thing. And I just felt like, like I was telling these guys, if I see you every day and you're like, come over and buy me dinner for my birthday or come over for my birthday dinner, I'll go over there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I haven't seen this person in 2 or 3 months.
Dude,
2 months tops.
I can't, I don't get angry at a lot of people. There's a big difference between come over for my birthday and come over and buy me dinner for my. I hate more than anything people assuming that you're going to do something for them. I'm a generous. You're very generous. I'm not as generous as you, but I would buy a friend something just because I wanted to. For anyone who would ask me for that, I don't think would be my friend. To be very honest,
No, it was just
that's a terrible thing to ask somebody.
They're fucking wacky. They have certain expectations and stuff, but it was one of the wacky. And I didn't even get mad about it until like Tuesday.
Because you didn't realize what she had said to you?
I didn't even think about it. Like, I have so much going on in my coconut that I just realized on the drive now, a week later, that fucking this is what went down. I'm like, that was the weirdest, because I never heard from her again. What a coincidence that you don't call the next day and go, hey, I'm sorry how that came off.
Right.
I was just goofing with you. Blah, 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 blah. No, never again. That's why it proved to me that that's what they called for you to just to go buy a dinner and make believe you're their friend for life and
those
take
people,
pictures and balloons and shit.
She didn't buy you dinner for your birthday.
I didn't even see it for my birthday.
Right, exactly. Like, that's such a fucking bullshit thing to ask somebody.
I didn't even hear from her on my birthday, I don't think. But I'm the type of guy, I don't worry about that shit.
Right, of course you don't.
Listen, people have lives. How many times have you sat there and it's 11:30 at night and you're watching the news or you're about to watch, after the news, and that guy that always comes on, hi, it's Wednesday, April 30th. And you're like, April 30th? That's a familiar fucking date. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, shit. That's my best friend's birthday. But you've been so busy all day. Now what are you going to do? Pick up the phone at 12:30 and call him? No, you got to call him the next day and go, dog, how long we been friends? I'm sorry. So if you don't think that happens in my world, it happens. Well, people call me a week later and go, dog, I didn't even realize it was your birthday. You think I sit there and hang up on them?
No.
You think, listen, life is so fast and quick. Life is fast and fucking quick, man. And after a certain age, you're like, I don't even worry about birthdays.
Bro,
you got a kid. You know what I'm saying? But your friends, you just call them up and say happy birthday. You put it on the Facebook page,
Right.
Happy birthday with explosions or whatever the fuck they put on there, That's my deed for the day. I go on Facebook in the morning, somebody's birthday, I fucking send them a happy birthday.
That's
and they're
more than
sitting there
anything.
going, what the fuck, this guy, how come he said, I grew up with you. You fed me once. Something happened that just propelled me to fucking happy birthday to that.
And that should be more than enough. Like, dude, I can't tell. I'm a weird person, I guess, but I'm busy And for my birthday, what I love more than anything is to not have to do anything. Is to just stay home and get like something I want to eat and not have to do shit like that. To have like a birthday month and they have like 8 activities planned.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that shit. I have people who celebrate that birthday. Let's say their birthday's on Thursday. They start Wednesday night. Then they go straight to Sunday. And Sunday is like the big day. And you're like, you're not going to get me on that day. You got one day out of me. I'm not doing 4 days a year because it's your fucking goofy birthday.
No.
It's one fucking day. Unless you got a pound to blow. Then we go till we go. You know what I'm saying? Then we go till we go. But I'm not going to sit there and listen, man. Some people are really weird about their birthday.
Right.
And everybody loves having those birthday dinners. And the problem with those birthday dinners is that 10 to 12 people show up. And then it's a fucking challenge when the check comes.
Oh.
It's a challenge. The people who are like, well, I had 2 drinks at $12.95. Well, bitch, there's a thing called tax and tip. Okay, so $12.95, that's $26 right there. I expect to see a 40 out of you. Without even hesitation. You bring out the crowd. That's the thing that kills me. That's why I don't get involved in those. That's why when I go to those, I make sure I pick up the tab. Because I don't want to sit there when Jeopardy happens. And they pass it to each other. And and then they put the calculator. Listen, either take the card out or don't put the fucking calculator out. You're fucking embarrassing me.
Oh, it's the worst.
Just put the fucking card out. So if you go to dinner with 12 people, at 100 a shot, 3 of them got to be alkies. Right? 3 or 4 of them out of 12 got to be, they're going to sneaking drinks, $16 martinis, trying to get one on you. Now you got, that's $1,200 plus, that's $1,600.
Right.
I can't cover. I'll tell you all to suck my dick. $1,600.
No, fuck
600, 500. I'll cover on the American Express. Tell my wife a lie and fucking But that shit of 12 people, I don't go to those.
No.
Once it's more than 4 people, I don't want to. Because once the check comes, everybody, I don't know what happened. They start talking about the past, the future. I gave you a gift last year. I gave you a pet elephant. Listen. That was last year, motherfucker. The tab just came. And right now, I saw you over there having a good time drinking Zombos and fucking, eating everybody's food and shit. And now the check comes and those people who show up to your birthday thing and they're like, I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to eat. I'm not hungry. I've been on dieting lately. I've been fasting. Wait till that first fucking Chinese spare rib comes.
I'll just have one.
And then they have one. Then they have a piece of egg roll. Then your fat sister can't finish the lo mein. Fat people always get lo mein. You always know that
we
shit?
really do.
They love lo mein, fat people. The fucking bag of fucking spaghetti. And then, then the check comes and nobody knows nothing. Then she sits there. I just drank water. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You ate half the fucking check here in cat little morsels. And just come. You came. Throw out at least $50 in.
And it's always, have you ever had this where like they act like they're a big baller and then comes time to tip? Like I was just out to dinner with somebody and it was like a $200 tab and he was like, he wanted to leave $20 for the tip. And it took me a minute and I was like, hold on. He's like, that's enough. And he's like, it's in cash. They're going to love it. And I was like, wait a second. That's like 10%. You can't. And I don't know the server, but like I would feel so terrible doing that. Like I was just in a hotel and that episode of The Sopranos was on where that server came out talking shit to Chris and Paulie, I think, and they hit him in the head with the brick and killed him.
Yeah.
And that like, dude, I can't imagine. I as a server, I'd want to yell at people and I never did. And I can't, like the people who under tip piss me off just as much as those people.
Listen, I was never a server. And if you know anything about me, people under tip piss the shit out of me, yo.
Oh, yeah. It's like the worst thing a person
I always
can do.
eat an extra tip. Like if I go out with 2 or 3 families and one of them decides I go, you know what? I pulled the chick aside, especially if there's kids at the table.
Oh, yeah.
If there's kids at my table, I'll always tip heavy and I'll pull her aside. Not the fucking busboy, because that shit will go back to Ecuador, whoever the fuck. You know what's crazy about those migrants? They really like their little backpacks, don't they? They're like half retarded. You always see them with their little fucking backpacks. I just saw like 10 of them. And they all got that military hairdo. Like, I don't know who cuts that. It's not even a Flowbee. It's something else because it's a Flowbee Unleashed or some shit. It's like go straight up this way. But all of them are like half momos with these fucking backpacks. I don't get it. I can't. You put a backpack on. I can't put a backpack on.
What do you mean you can't put a backpack on?
Fuck, you like such a retard.
Well,
When I see somebody with a backpack, that kid, I would have mugged him in high school, or even now I'd mug him, just for general purposes.
what do you do with your shit?
If you got to carry that much shit, then you need a new life. Where the fuck are you going with all that shit?
They're looking for new lives. That's all they
Where
fucking
the fuck
have.
are you going? They got those bags, and it's like they're in the Marines, and they're walking down, 8th Avenue. Where you going? Where the fuck are you going with that military bag? I'm just curious. Where the fuck are you going?
Yeah.
What's in that fucking thing?
Supplies?
What kind of supplies? A computer. Okay.
A computer? Well, for me or because I love a backpack.
Yeah, I could tell. But you see me, I've had a backpack for years. I put something in it, and I carry it like a man. I'm not going to put it on my back like fucking
But
Agent
that's
Orange.
why you have it. You flew to Texas, and all you had was, I think all you had was your sleep apnea machine as your carry-on. Like, you didn't have, and headphones.
And headphones.
What if you don't like carrying a sweater,
It's on me. It's on my
charger?
body. It's in my sleep apnea bag.
Now, what about, because I've never had, knock on wood, but like, what if they lost your bag and you don't have shit? You don't worry about that?
Listen, I always got weed on me. Just in
I
case
was
the
worried about
luggage
clothes
gets
or
there.
a
Fuck
toothbrush.
clothes. We can always buy clothes. You can't get the weed we're flying. You know what I'm saying? You can't smoke that weed. So there's always weed. There's always edibles in that bag. And that goes right through security. They don't even stop me.
No.
I put the weed in my sneakers now. They don't give a fuck.
Well, dude, we just had the DEA guy on. He said they don't give a shit about anything,
No,
which is crazy.
but they do. They do, but they don't. You're not going to go through the airport with a pound of weed on your shoulder.
Right.
But you got to hide it a little bit, dope it up, not let it stink.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's weed in my bag. So if the weed gets there, the only thing I need from that bag is a hose. I could borrow one of those. I get one from Amazon, delivered to the hotel in 8 hours.
Oh, what, for the sleep apnea machine?
Yeah, so the only thing I don't put in there is my hose. But everything else is in there. Computer, glasses, wallet, nicotine gum, even for a day, just in case. Look, I'm hip. Sometimes you get to the airport and they tell you got a 9-hour delay. What are you going to sit there like a fucking Momo? No, now you go back to the hotel room. Right across the street. Go right back, listen. And on the way back, you got no gel, you buy a hat. I got like 3 hats from places that I wouldn't even put a hat on. I just went to the airport, I doped it up. Before it pops back up, the monkey spit wears off. I put a fucking hat on there, and that's it. I'm looking good. You know what
I
I'm saying?
really don't have that problem, but I can't find a hat that fits my head.
No, look at it. Look at the size of that fucking
It
thing.
never. Oh, and I bought a hat recently, and I like it, but I feel like such a douchebag.
Oh, that little Puerto Rican hat?
Yeah.
Keep wearing
It's
it.
like an
You're
old
a
Jewish
fucking
man's
faggot.
hat. What am I? I'm
You're
trying.
like a fucking faggot on roller skates. All you need is roller skates.
Dude, can you imagine me on roller skates in New York City? I would die
With that
immediately.
hat on? Oh, you make $10,000 in the morning.
Well, what? How?
Renting that asshole on roller skates. Because there's nothing more than a fag will like to fuck you in the ass while you're on roller skates. You give him some roller skates and he's behind you. He's fucking in the ass. It's Saturday Night Fever.
Just on the way to work.
Tremendous, staying alive up the ass. You could be doing that fucking thing. What are those people doing in the Olympics? With the skates and shit?
Oh, the synchronized skating or
Yeah,
something?
staying alive. And he's just fucking with got a whistle, a Judas Priest hat. Forget about it. Who's better than Lee with roller skates? I would pay to see 2 faggots fucking on roller skates.
Yeah, I think
If
so.
you think this episode ain't going to get 18 and under,
fuck
it's
'em
all
now.
over already.
Oh my God.
Listen, guys, if you're sick of this 18 and under shit, just go to Spotify and Apple. We're trying our best, but obviously it's not working no more. They want to put us on 18 and under. We don't even smoke pot on the fucking show. We don't even play music. We've taken away so many fucking things because, it's a shame.
It's crazy how far YouTube has fallen.
So you could use music on Spotify if you subscribe to Spotify.
Yeah.
You could use their music on a podcast or something.
Yeah.
There's something weird. So, can we stream on Spotify or fucking do anything?
We can put video on there. I don't think they do live streaming
because
yet.
this is, you can't say what's in your heart no more. And I'm not going to sit here and amendments and, the freedom of speech. That's bullshit, okay? That's bullshit in my fucking world. That's for comics that want to just make something up. We're Avengers. Yeah, okay, good. You haven't paid your taxes in 3 years, but you're trying to fucking normalize life by fucking saying some fucking amendment or some. I don't even know what the fucking thing is.
But dude, it's like, because think about it. When we started podcasting,
We were
whatever it
lighting
was,
each other on fire, farting.
oh my
fucking-
God.
We were doing everything, and then something happened. And listen, this is what it is now. I'm not mad at YouTube. They went corporate, rules tightened up, and this is the way it's going to be.
It is, but it's also like, because I don't know if you knew this. YouTube right now is the number one it's the number one place in the world where people watch and listen to podcasts. And the reason why people love podcasts is because of the hosts. They have a relationship with them. And podcasts like ours started like that. We're the reason why YouTube is up so high. I mean, yeah, a lot of it, and then for them to like be so short-sighted. Like, yeah, I understand if you want them to be 18 plus, but don't hide us. Don't not tell people that we put up a video. We're not even doing anything that crazy. We're not, like, it's so wild where things have gone.
And then, you know, what the consumer doesn't understand is they watch an old podcast and they watch one of these and they go, these guys changed. We didn't change. We didn't change. Just the rules changed. We're still crazy. You know, if there was no foul, no harm, no foul, guys, I'd have a 3-foot bong in here. I got one somewhere. I got the power one. Don't we have the power one with the fucking hoses and shit?
Oh, shit.
You know, I mean, this is it. You know, don't you think I like to talk about music? I mean, we had Dean on. We didn't even talk about music. Couldn't even put it on.
Yeah.
That's not us. It's not that we're lame. It's the rules that they... Listen, I spoke to my friend who has the highest podcast in the world, and they 18 him over when they see Pot Smoke.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, guys, this is the business. We have to find a platform. We could go nuts or maybe put one up like that once a week somewhere. We could just go nuts and, you know, naked women and whatever the fuck. You know, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to get some naked women in here. I want to get a guy and a girl on roller skate dancing and fucking jumping around. You know me, dog. I'm a freedom fighter. But this is bullshit.
And it is like you know what? Maybe we should put it up on Pornhub. Because Pornhub doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah, but nobody wants to see me and you on Pornhub. You know, not even,
Can you imagine how disappointed they'd be?
You get home drunk, you're looking to jerk off, you pop up a site, and all of a sudden that fucking headless head.
My big head's right there.
Forget about it. Take that hat and light it on fire when it's in your head. That's it. Next time you promote a date.
Why do I want it to be on my head when it's on fire?
Because that's the best thing you could do. Like, you're sitting there, you have like a control in your hand, and you just and light it up a little bit and watch the smoke come out. People will fucking love it, Lee.
Yeah,
You'll
but
go
my head will
viral.
turn on fire.
Who gives a fuck?
I
You have
do.
no hair. If you had hair, then you don't want your head on
Yeah,
fire.
but if I had hair, then it would hide
Listen,
the
you get
burns.
spots once a month from something. This summer, you'll get something. You got to go to a jacuzzi. The girl's going to take you somewhere. You're going to get the fucking dead eye again.
I haven't gotten I haven't been in a jacuzzi probably since then. And yeah, the spots. Dude, if I don't wash my face like 3 times a day, I'm fucked.
You
I don't
should be
know.
washing your face 3-4 times a day.
No, but with like I bought like special shit.
Yeah, me too. You have to.
It's I never had to
Soap
do that.
And a fucking
It's not
towel,
soap.
and hand
It's,
soap.
it-
And you scrub that dead skin off your face and let the new fucking face revitalize. God damn it. I don't even go with the loofah no more. That's a ripoff. That's
don't
for
do
white
loofah?
people. Fuck no. I get fucking shit that's coarse. And that's how I make my asshole one. I cut that in half and put it on a stick, and you rub your little muffler, get that gunpowder out from
you
around
really
the
need to
sides.
start selling that. The asshole cleaner that you have.
I'm trying to patent it, so relax. Don't give the fucking
Oh,
cat.
I
I
apologize.
don't want the cat to get out of the bag here, but I get that hard. I've always loved those hard towels. And you scrub and you
Well, like
feel-
SOS pads? What are you talking about?
No. SOS pads where you scrub your fucking balls with after a long night in Vegas. No. I'm talking about the hand towels.
Okay.
There's some that are very soft and there's some that are coarse, like a little coarser.
You like hard ones?
I like, because you want to get that dead skin off. That's what you're opting for. You want to exfoliate your legs. All that skin comes off. All that dead skin comes off. So you want to, like my ears. Some girl tells me that my ears are very shiny. I love that when people tell you your ears are shiny. That means you're fucking getting in there with that cloth and you're scrubbing it. It gives you a nice little shine. Then you put some cream on there.
I had no... Dude, did you ever have a girl or a woman like wash you in the shower? It was one of the
It's
weirdest...
very nice.
It was nice, but it was one of the weirdest things. over the summer when I was in Indiana. This girl I was hooking up with just like decided that she was like, and she loofed me hard. Like it was.
Yeah, because she wanted to get the dead Jew germs off you and shit. That bitch is smart. When a bitch washes you, it's because she knows you're a filthy motherfucker. And she wants to make sure that asshole and those balls are clean before she puts her beautiful mouth on them.
But
There's
no, it was
nothing wrong with
after
that.
sex.
The what?
It was after sex.
That's right. She doesn't want you to take her odor with her like a cat.
Oh my God. That was wild. I never had anybody do that before.
It's tremendous. When a woman bathes you, you just sit there. But by the time they go to bathe your knees, you get a hard on, it's all over. You know what I'm saying? They never get to your feet, those women. They never get under your knees. Once they bend over, you see the head in the area. Your dick just gradually stands up like a Ouija board, like one of those fucking Indian sticks. You know, what are you going to do? And then it's all over. They never get to do your feet. Anyway, back to the migrants with the backpacks.
Okay.
What the fuck? Why do they have backpacks? Can somebody please fix this microphone? No, don't get up. It's just a joke. I don't want to talk about the migrants with backpacks either. I don't know what they carry in those things. They brought those from Mexico.
They must have some food in there, you would think. Like they could probably set up a taco stand pretty quickly.
Anyway, they can set up. They have no knives. There's no pots and pans.
They definitely have knives.
No, well, they're Spanish. They definitely have some type of knife. But I don't see a frying pan.
Yeah, you're right. It's sort of like Oregon Trail. Right. You don't see that?
Yeah, no. They're not going camping, these people. They're not campers. Well, they live in the mountains, these poor people.
Fuck.
They jump through rivers and mountains and shit. But they should be the real CrossFitters, those motherfuckers.
Oh, you're going to start a whole new fitness trend of like just send white people to cross over the Mexican border.
What a great idea, the migrant worker. 7 and 9 every day. You climb hills, you jump out of a burning building, you run away from fucking coyotes, you run away from more Mexican people, they chase you in Central Park. That's got to be good. They throw you in a mud bud, and you got to see if every time you see a green truck, you got to dive on the floor and shit and do a burpee. Every time you see an immigrant truck, you got to do a burpee. That's a good idea, guys. Don't be stealing my idea, immigrant fitness. That shit is on fire. That's it, workout. That's everything.
Yeah, you could have George Perez be the trainer.
That's right. You have to run the fucking hills with the backpack.
Right.
Come on, dog. I'm always thinking. Thank God I smoke weed. I'm always.
You could have one for each country. Could have a different workout. If you think about it, the Cubans could have swimming.
Migrant Olympics.
The Migrant Olympics.
Oh my God, that's even better. And those Hondurans in that jail, they just go to live or die. It's like a Spanish Squid Game for those fucking. They just sit there all day with They just sit there all day with underwear and tattoos and hugging each other. You see that? You see those poor little fucking people in that jail? They just sit there, 50 fucking Mexicans sniffing each other's farts with their legs open in between each other. That's demoralizing.
Yeah,
that system is meant to break you, motherfucker.
And dude, have you seen
that system is meant to break? It's like a Cuban jail, no clothes on. You want to shit in that hole in the floor. Paper, toilet paper, good luck. That's why those two hands are for.
Oh my God, are you serious?
And Moro, fuck yeah, dog.
You've told me about the shitting in a hole.
It's like when these people come here, Russians, Yugoslavians, all these people, and they go to our prisons. They're like, are you fucking kidding me? This is Club Med. You got to fight for your food in those prisons. There's no food. They throw out like a chicken leg, and there's 8 guys in there. Somebody's dying.
Fuck that. Have you seen, I forget if it was Mexico or somewhere, but like they were just on it, like the gangs just, like the cartel or whatever still runs the prison.
Yeah.
Like they have, one of them had like their families were still there. That's wild. I can't imagine. What about like going to like a country like that and going to prison there just by accident if you were on vacation?
Bro, I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Oh.
I wouldn't wish that on anybody. That's when people say to me, I'm leaving the country. Listen, don't buy no coke. Don't buy no weed from a Chinaman. You know, 'cause in Thailand, don't they kill you?
One of those, yeah.
One of those, they just kill you to death and you don't know.
I think it's the Philippines.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood for none of that shit. I know what happens here. And nobody's going to throw me in jail for smoking dope here. Nobody's going to hit me in the knees.
Oh.
And you think, Joey, you're shallow. I am. Because I don't want to get in trouble. I'm the kiss of death. All I have to do is go to a fucking hotel. The guy pushes me. I say something. Next thing you know, I'm getting beheaded. And I'm doing 50 years and the government's on TV begging for me. Nobody wants me, The Cubans, the Pope will let Joe Diaz live. I don't need this.
You don't think the government would come and try to exchange you?
Dog, the government don't give two fucks about you. That's why I was talking about Russ Perot the other day. Because when his fucking people got kidnapped, his employees, he got a guy that was retired to train his other employees to save the ones that were locked in. And he made a promise to their families to have them back by Christmas Day, and he did.
Really?
And that's why in my world, I like Americans like Ross Perot. Because everybody else will tell you a fucking story. Kissinger was trying to block him. He went around Kissinger. He was like, fuck this. My people are not going to spend the holidays in that fucking Iranian jail.
Oh, that was the Iranian-Contra thing or whatever?
Well, this was more like
that Ben
80,
Affleck
79. Movie? No, I don't think it was maybe it was. Maybe it was. But there was something else, weren't they?
I'm not really good at...
I forget what that was. I got to get that book again. I read that book in prison. The Ross Perot story on Wings of Eagles. That's the name of the book. They made a series on NBC, 3-part series on NBC. I was already locked in jail.
I'm gonna have to go look that up because I don't.
My jail didn't have NBC. You know what I'm saying? So
that's fucked up. So he was just a business owner.
Ross Perot.
Yeah.
He was. He did something. Oil. I don't.
No, we'll have to look it up.
He's a Texas guy.
Oh, of course.
And they went over there to do something. They held him, and he promised the family he'd be home by Christmas, and he did it. He had his own people break into the fucking jail over there with that dude. He was supposed to be like a Marlon Brando and Apocalypse Now type of dude.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ.
Like one of those commando type motherfuckers. Very interesting.
Did you? I forget if
he ran for president. He lost to Clinton.
I thought I knew the name, so yeah. I didn't realize he was a business guy.
He would come out and go, "These guys are paying for this with your money. I'm paying for this with my money." Because we looked it up on the Rogan podcast. He was worth a couple billion.
Dude, I like him a lot now.
Oh, he was tough. He had big ears and shit. Tough little guy. He fucking meant what he said, and he said what he meant. Old school American, old school fucking dude from Texas. Just old school. This is old school. When they say something to you, they fucking do it.
I can't imagine getting like your employee out of fucking prison. That's
I got
badass.
2 old guys that I would live like them if I had that money. Him and that other dude that married the fucking Playboy bunny when he was 90, that'd be me. If I had all that money and my wife was dead.
The one who died like a week later or whatever it was?
Whatever.
Anna Nicole
She
Smith.
had to suck his dick one time. I don't think they had Viagra then. That's the problem. Like he couldn't put it to the test. But with that kind of money, I'll go to New York and make them give me an implant that squirts and fucking things come out of the ceiling and fireworks, that type of shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm having a good time.
Those are the only 2 options for you? Either you're gonna be a guy training his employees to save his other ones?
No, I don't have Perot money. I'm just saying if I did have Perot money, I would live like he lived. But I also liked Marshall. What was his name? Edgar Marshall or something like that. Marshall, that's the guy.
Yeah, I would go that way.
Fucking old. The guy had fucking blood spots on his head. He went into a strip club. He saw it. He just fell in love with it. He gave her like a fucking diamond ring. When you could give a woman something and not even miss it.
Oh my God.
Like when I could take $2 million out to buy a woman something and it doesn't even put a crack in my account.
And even if it did, he knew he was dying. He was like, I'm gonna have a fun whatever it was.
I'm gonna die my way, motherfucker.
Yeah, why? Fuck your kids.
On my rules. I'm not gonna die sitting in a room with ukuleles and priests taking my money. I'm gonna get myself a big, fat, fucking looking blonde with a big ass and big titties.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have a conscience and wants to live comfortably for the rest of her life. Like, listen, man, I'll give you my $60 million fortune, but you're gonna suck dick until I drop. When I drop, you're going to be licking my nutsack with fucking whipped cream on it.
And good for her. How much, like, I think that's worth it.
Fuck yeah, to suck an old dick and to have 60 million. And then at the end, she got nothing.
She really got nothing?
Nothing.
I didn't follow
the son took everything, something.
That son
They
of a
got
bitch.
pissed. They're like, we don't think he was in the right mental state. Which he wasn't. He's 90, and she's putting that 23-year-old fucking monkey in his face that smells like barbecue chicken and God knows what else. Forget about it. He's like, "Ugh."
I think he was in the exact right mental state. His kids probably weren't helping him, hanging around, visiting him like once a month or something.
The dude did that from what was that team when the guy told her she couldn't date black people?
The Clippers.
The Clippers. He was old too. He just fucking said, I'm getting myself a young chick. You know what? I don't get a hard on, but it's better than looking at my old fat wife. I'm going to get her to dance for me with bikinis on and shit.
I think women are doing it too. Aren't they doing it now? Like I hear a lot of like, maybe not as big of an age difference, but like women are going for like 20-year-old guys when like 50 to 20. I would do it, dude.
Well, I love an older woman. I always have. There was a woman today I saw at the dentist this morning who had to be 58, 59, just stunning. Still had a little body, still had cute little feet. You know, usually when their feet start going, that's it. When they start getting those bunions and it goes crooked and shit.
Right, but dude, if you're in your 60s.
But you gotta see my feet. They ain't no portrait of Europe either. I was looking at my feet the other night. That's not, I have to go like a foot specialist and they gotta start from scratch. They gotta pull nails off.
They have to pull nails off? It's that bad?
I got a nail that points up like it goes north now.
What did you do to your feet?
Nail. I don't know. Listen, this fungi thing, I've done everything. And every time I eat mushrooms, they grow. Like I think the mushrooms from the fucking mushrooms go into my toenails because the other night I buffed them out and I got high in the room. I was seeing shit. Dog, I buff them out and it lands on my finger. You got to smell that finger. It is god awful.
So you get secondhand smoke from your toenail dust?
Oh, yeah. And you get
that is fucked up.
And I sprinkle them on the edibles and I give them to you. So a lot of
I know
people
you do.
That.
You keep saying, he keeps giving me these coconut ones that have this white powder on it.
That's it.
That look like they were like you packaged them.
And it had a weird taste to it.
Yeah, they use like they're sugar. They don't taste like sugar.
Yeah, that was like, you know, the Neptotine, whatever they put.
Oh my God.
The sugar substitute.
Oh my God. Fucking crazy, dude.
What are you going to do? We're getting older, you know.
Yeah, but
my feet are fucked up. I mean, I looked at them the other day. I put cream on them. I got like blood spot. It's a nightmare. Like if I ever turn 90 and get a 16-year-old girlfriend, whatever that dude is doing, 23-year-old girlfriend, I'm going to have to get my dick sucked with socks on. You know how embarrassing that is?
You don't like doing that?
With socks on the backpack. No.
Look at Bill Belichick. He's 73. She's 24.
No, that's abuse. That's abuse.
Dude, she has a joke.
This is a joke here. Okay, this is a joke. I don't think I could show my balls to a year. Listen, if you're 55, yeah, you can look at my balls. That's what you see every day of your life when you're 55. But when you're 26, you don't deserve that as a woman.
She's running for like Miss America, but she's like as Miss New Hampshire or Miss Maine, one of those two I just read. She has a job at the University of North Carolina.
Right, he got her a job now.
And she was in the Dunkin' Donuts Super Bowl commercial.
Right, because he put her in there, not because Dunkin' Donuts
exactly. So I'm saying,
so it's a fucking
his balls
scam.
must not be that bad.
The what?
His balls must not be that bad.
No, they are bad. That's why he has to get all those jobs for her to stick around. He's giving her 3 different fucking incomes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it just doesn't look good. Like I know he's got a daughter or a son somewhere, and they have a hard time with that.
Oh yeah,
they have a hard time with that.
He has multiple kids.
Dog. Yeah, so, I mean, when you have a 24-year-old girlfriend and your daughter is 38, you know, it's just some shit that just doesn't look good.
Obviously, I know you're married. Nothing's ever going to change. But, like, I had a rule when I was last single that I didn't want to go under 25. If in a different world, at 62, what do you think the youngest you would go is?
45.
Okay.
I have something to discuss with her.
Right.
I have something to discuss. What am I going to do with a Dog, listen, 30-year-olds are great. They're great. They're cute. They're silly. But, come on. There's not a lot of 30-year-olds that are going to hold you every day, that you're going to hold the conversation with every day. Now you're going, Joey, who the fuck are you kidding? You're in it for the blowjob. No, you don't. Because I come in a minute. What am I going to do for the other 23 fucking hours? Okay? I mean, that's how you have to look at it. I had a rule when I was younger. And as much people want to know or not, when I was doing coke in the 90s, before I met my wife, that whole 9-year run, I had a rule, man. And it's a simple rule. Look at her and talk to her. If you could wake up to her in the morning, bring her home with you. But if she's going to annoy the shit out of you, you might as well go home and jerk off. If she's already starting to get annoying late in the night, and drunk, and now she's going to go back to your house. She's going to be even drunker. Well, and then she's going to pass out, and you're not going to get. Then you got to wake up to her with that drama in the morning, with that alcohol breath, and God knows what else. Now you got to give her a ride home and shit. Think about it.
Oh,
So after I was like 30, after I left Boulder, I had more control in my mind like that. I had more control of what am I getting myself involved in. Because when I left Boulder, I was sleeping with women, but there was nothing. They call me at 2. Hey, do you have any blow? Yeah. Can I come over? I have a blow, and some of them would call, can I bring my girlfriend? No. Because then I got to work 2 chubbies. You know what I'm saying? No.
so did the rules change?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed these girls calling you at 2, or you going to a bar and seeing them and going, hey, man, I got a gram of Coke, and they're like, let's go back to your place. But after a while, I got old because there was nothing there. I'd see them a week later, and it was like nothing was there. And listen, everybody likes to have sex when they're coked up and shit. But it wasn't working for me anymore. By the age of 32, when I left Boulder, I'm like, when I get a girlfriend, I'm getting a girlfriend. And I met a girl, and I dated her for 4 years, and it was okay. And then after that, I went off for 2 years. And again, I was bumping into comedian chicks, on the road, whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing again? Then I met Derry.
Oh, I hated just dating for exactly the reason why you said it.
Listen, do you want me to tell you what I like?
Yes.
I like picking you up, or you picking me up, smoking a joint, going and getting something to eat, going someplace else and getting a couple cocktails, talking a little bit. Listen, we all want to bang her the first night.
Of course.
But then again, now people are banging in 2 nights.
Listen, dude,
People are banging in 2 or 1 night now.
They're banging in an hour.
In an hour, So it's kind of very, I always liked working for it. I don't mind working for it. When something's too easy, you're not going to do anything with her anyway. When a chick tells you, I love to suck dick, you're not going to get your dick sucked at all. That's just stupidity coming out of her fucking mouth, and then your little ears get clogged up. You're buying her drinks at the bar, and next thing you know, she leaves with a chubby dude with a missing foot, and fucking you're drinking there. You're like,
Dude.
I like the struggle. I like meeting a woman and talking to her and meeting her mom and talking to the mom and the dad. That's another thing, talking to them and seeing what you're going on. And then, you want to eat their ass and have fun. That's something else, but at least you got something out of it.
Right.
Even if it don't work tomorrow, when I see you next time, it's going to be cool. I didn't do it for a month. I didn't do it for 6 months and get everybody going or starting. There was just little things, and it was just weird. After I got married and divorced, and then I went through that shit for 2 or 3 years of just coke chicks. Very seldom did I ask a chick out for dinner.
You just didn't want to?
I didn't meet them in that capacity. I would always meet chicks out at night when they were doing coke. Nobody wanted to eat when they're doing coke. I can't even take you for a cheeseburger.
And so none of those coke nights ever turned into like, hey, let's actually go and be in a relationship, or all of those were like
2 or 3 times we'd hook up after that. Maybe I'd go to the house and smoke a joint one day. I was walking in the mountains, and I would go by the house and smoke a joint or something, and then, a week later, she's at a show with some other dude. And then a week later, they're calling me up, going, hey, can I come over at 3:30? No, yeah, what the fuck? I'm sitting here with my dick in my hand. You might as well come over.
Right, but then or do they even stay the night, or are they just, as soon as
some
the
of them
coke's
stayed
gone,
the
they're
night,
done?
and some of them boogied at 4 or 5 in the morning after the deed was done and the coke was gone.
Fuck. Because what you said, I think, was exactly right. If you're annoyed with them, or if they're not, if there's not someone you want to hang out with, it's always going to be bad. It's like what you were saying, like, of course guys want to get laid. I'm sure women do too.
Yeah, they go out, they get dressed up, they did their toenails, their fingernails. They don't want to go out to talk to somebody about insurance.
But that's different. That's different. Going to a club or a bar and hooking up, I think, is different than the dating apps. And because if you hook up and meet, I've had a couple women just come right over on the dating apps, and none of them were anybody that I should have been with. And not like I was 200 pounds too. I was
late at night, and you invited them to your house.
Yeah,
That's
no, it was 100% on. I'm not blaming them, but I'm just
meet them at McDonald's and see if they order what they order. If they order a fish sandwich, they smell like shit. Just keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, if I got them at McDonald's, just come home. Dude, remember there was a girl you called Milkshake, and she wants, my other friend Same girl. Her nickname was Tater Tots because she Uber Eats tater tots and then got into an Uber to my house. Like people like, and at that point, I wasn't a prize either.
Uber Eats tater tots.
Oh, plenty of people.
That's some fucked up shit.
Oh yeah, the crazy one to me is Starbucks, just getting coffee delivered.
I see that. No, and listen, man, people live in that world. I don't like nobody touching my shit, so I'm cool with it. But it's really weird that I'm telling you guys this because it's a true story. Like when I met Terry, I was ready for Terry. I was so ready for Terry that I didn't get serious with Terry at all for like 2 months. It was sporadic. We did coffee. I would go to her house for lunch. I would see her at the Comedy Store at night. Some nights if she was working, I wouldn't go down there. Then I'd disappear for 2 weeks. I wasn't really with her in the beginning.
You were like building a friendship?
Yes and no. We were swapping spit, you know, that type of shit. But I still remember one, like 2 months in, like, and this is when I knew, I go, I got to get my life together. 2 months in, I finally started hooking up with her. And one night, we met at Ralphie's house. I told her I wouldn't see her for a couple of days. I was coming to New York. And I go, I'm not going to see you for a few days, but I'll definitely see you when I get back. And she showed up at Ralphie's like 2:30 in the morning. She goes, you know what? I want to hang out with you a little more. And we hung out. We stayed up the whole night. I'll never forget. I had maybe 4 cigarettes. That's the time I came through Denver and went behind the bar and just stole a pack of cigarettes from one of those coffee shops in the airport. That's how broke I was. I probably had 4 cigarettes, maybe a joint, and maybe $20. And it was like a Tuesday night when I was leaving. It was her slowest night. Like Wednesday night, she made like $35. She gave me the whole $35. And I go, what are you going to do for the day? And she goes, I got change at the house. And I'm probably going to sleep half the day anyway. And that's when I go, you know what? I got to get my life together. When I come back, I got to start dating her. She just gave me the last money out of her purse, the last pack of cigarettes she had, and she drove me to the fucking airport.
And dude, then
and usually you're embarrassed in front of a girl.
Yeah.
If you need to do that. You're fucking embarrassed, okay?
And you didn't ask for it, I'm sure.
I didn't ask for it.
And like just to like tie this back into what we started the podcast with like your friend who was like, come buy me dinner for my birthday. That's why you married Terry. And it's like that kind of like, yeah, I'm sure you must think about that all the time. I would.
All the time. All the time. How she gave me that money, and I remember coming to New York and going, I got to get my life together. Like, this is something that she's okay. You know, I got to do something. And after that, I think I moved in with her maybe a month or two after that. And she still tells the story that when I got there, she goes, bring your clothes and your stuff. And I showed up with one bag. And she goes, where's the rest of your stuff? And I go, this is it. And she goes, don't you have a lamp? A radio, a TV, anything? And I'm like, no, this is it. I had a bag, guys.
Fuck.
When I moved in with my wife, I had a fucking bag.
And it probably wasn't that big. Like, it was just a duffel bag, right?
It was a fucking army duffel bag. 4 pair of pants, a couple sweatshirts, a CD player, some socks, toothbrush, gel. I had no underwear. I couldn't afford them.
Well,
there was no underwear in those days. It was cocaine or underwear.
I was going to say, you could have afforded it.
What's window number 2?
Because, by the way, underwear is like a one-time expense. It doesn't have to be like a weekly.
But still,
like you buy a couple packs of underwear.
Why waste the $8 on 3 of them? You know what I'm saying? $8 times every 3 months. That's what? Fucking
every 3 months you're buying underwear.
Yeah, every 3 months you got to buy underwear. You're disgusting. I got big balls. My fucking, you know.
Oh.
But there's a pic today. I saw a video of my balls.
Oh.
Somebody put it on Instagram. The one from when I took my balls off for the Comedy Store.
Okay.
Thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's still on YouTube. I got like 92 million hits. I haven't gotten a dime. Fucking balls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they probably demonetized it.
Yeah, they demonetized it. They kept all of mine. I guarantee there's 20 ads on my balls. Fucking TV fucks. But yeah, man, that was, you know, it's weird that I'm about to have an anniversary with her this year. And I've been thinking a lot about that. But we got to cut to a break real quick. We're going to talk to you about DraftKings, Huel, and Nicked. All right? We'll be right back, cocksuckers. Hey, I want to welcome Huel to the church family. Listen, if you want the taste of a real milkshake without the extra pounds of a milkshake, you need Huel. Huel is a complete meal in a bottle that tastes just like a milkshake, but it's good for you. It has 35 grams of protein, 27 vitamins and minerals to keep you going all day long. Me, I love the chocolate. I haven't tasted the vanilla yet, but the chocolate is scrumptious. You know what I'm saying? Choose between chocolate and vanilla, because both of them are incredible. Join the community of hooligans with this exclusive offer for new customers, okay? 15% off plus a free gift when you press in code CHURCH, CHURCH, at Huel.com. Again, 15% off plus a free gift for new customers with code CHURCH at Huel.com. See our show notes for terms and conditions. But do me a favor, unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with Huel. You're on a run. You're on a move. You're the real deal. You ain't got time to cook it. 35 grams of protein, 27 minerals and vitamins. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes so you can focus on what really matters. Yo, DraftKings, get excited because the NBA playoffs are here. If you're looking to score some cash, try your hand at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. If it doesn't have to be crazy, just start out by placing a bet on your favorite player's performance. Like tonight, I got whatever to do over 25 points. Not bad. Think they'll drop 30? Put your money where your mouth is. You could win big. Listen, you know me. I love DraftKings. The same game parlay, NBA, they got the pool, you got the casino. It don't stop. You got to check this out. They got something special for first-timers. You ready? New DraftKings customers. Right now, new people. You're going to bet $5 to get you 200 in bonus bets just like that. 200 in bonus bets instantly is a lot of money during NBA playoff time. So make it to a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now and press code JOEY, J-O-E-Y. That's code JOEY, J-O-E-Y, for new customers to get 200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 instantly. Only at DraftKings, where the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey here for Nick. Listen, if you want the easiest way to get that nicotine fix, Nick Pouches is where it's at. They're made with natural coconut fibers, so they're not going to slice up your gums, and they come in a bunch of great flavors like strawberry, watermelon ice, which is tremendous, wintergreen, and berry lemon ice. Me, I like the berry lemonade. Tremendous. You get to choose your nicotine strength, whether you want 3, 6, or 12. Are you kidding me or what? Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Nick has you covered. Coming soon, they even got an option with 0 milligrams of nicotine. So if you're trying to come back, if you're trying to cut back, use one of those every so often. Now listen, I love this berry ice. You put it under here, heaven. It's time to upgrade to Nick nicotine pouches, just like I did. Right now, church listeners get 35% off when you order through my link, nykdpouches.com/church. Again, nykdpouches.com/church. Use this code up to 3 times. Don't wait. Get 35% off now of Nick Pouches, nykdpouches.com/church. And check out the church bundle with some of Uncle Joey's favorite flavors. That's right, nykdpouches.com/church. Again, remember, NYKD products are only for adults of legal age. Every order is age verified, so don't try it. Also, this product contains nicotine, but you already know that because nicotine is an addictive chemical. How's that for you? Right now, get some Nick products and get the party started. We're back in black. You know, I was talking before the break about that this year, this June, will be 25 years I'm with that crazy woman.
That's crazy. 25.
25 years. When she mentioned it to me like 2 months ago, what are we doing for our anniversary? I'm like, what anniversary? And she's like, July. We've been together 25 years, Joe. And it destroyed my insides. I'm like, how the fuck did I last 25 years with a woman? I never thought I could make it past 4 years. Like, I lasted 4 years with my ex-wife. I lasted 4 years with the girl after that. You know, I was a 4-year man.
I mean, and I love you, but do you ever think, because like for Terry to put like to deal with, because Joey Diaz, 24 hours a day, like that's 25 years. Like I don't think a lot of people would have made it. Like, and you're a great husband. I'm not saying you do anything wrong.
It's not as bad as you think. It's not like it's.
Oh, I'm not saying but I'm just saying it's to last. For anybody to last. But you know, like you've talked, and this is not a negative thing about you at all. But just you've talked about, like, especially at the beginning, how wild you were to last through those years. It's not easy.
For 7 years, she didn't know if I was coming home or not.
That's crazy.
Because even when I was home, she's like, when is this motherfucker? When is the phone going to ring? And when is he going to leave again? She used to get really upset. Like, you were home at 12. When I went to bed, you were home. I got up at 7 to go to work, and you were not home.
Where would you go?
I would fucking go out in Hollywood.
You just didn't like being home, or like?
Dog, I had a drug problem.
Oh, okay.
When you have a drug problem, you don't want to be at fucking home. I would bring the drugs home, do them, and then go, what am I doing here? I got to get out of here. And I get back, wait till I'd sober up a little bit, make some calls, and get the fuck out of there. And in those days, there was always somebody up in Hollywood. Always. I had a friend over on whatever. She was a drunk, and there'd be people over there. She went to the bar. So at 3, she'd go home hammered and bring gay guys over there, and they'd be doing coke and shit. And I'd slip by there. I had a couple Mike Favormans. I'd slip by his house at 2. In those days, there was always action. The guys at the store would hook up again at 2 and go to some parties and shit. And I would let them know, and they would call me. It was a different world then. And then, like, by 2005, the paranoia started hitting me different. I wasn't going out after I got home at night. It slowed down a lot. Then I got offered in 2007. The rest was... But it's funny, I was thinking about that neighborhood. That one night I went downstairs to meet I had 3 dealers at the time, and I didn't want them to know what I was doing. I didn't want them to know how much I was doing, so I would go to all 3 of them instead of just sticking to one. And the guy at night, he was a bartender. His name was Johnny Blade. I used to call him Johnny Blade. And he would come over on a motorcycle. He got out of work at 2. He'd be by my house like 2:25. I could time him every night. Because it was 2 blocks away. And I'd be downstairs. And I remember one night I'm waiting for him. And I'm out there on the steps and I'm looking. And there used to be a light. Not on my block, by the YMCA. But down the block there was a light. And I'm looking at this light. And I'm looking at this car, and the light turns red, and he's in no danger of stopping. I could hear the engine going, and he's like, whoa, and he flew past me. And not 2 seconds after, the car was chasing him. It was shooting with a gun. And you could hear the bullets, and you pow, pow, and I'm out there, fuck. Maybe I should go inside. Fuck, no, I'm waiting for my coke. I don't give a fuck who gets shot.
Holy shit.
Like, that neighborhood used to be fucking insane. So that's what I'm saying to you. I was out. I would go to Sergio's house. Sergio always had parties late night over there. He would fall asleep, and I'd take the coke out of his pocket. And then he'd call me in the morning. What happened, man? I had an 8-ball in my pocket. Somebody took it out. That chick. That white chick. Blame it on her. It was just a different fucking world, Hollywood, back then. I would do spots at the store, and that's where the party started.
Right.
It was at the store where the party originated, you know, and in those days, I mean.
And meanwhile, you're like starting a relationship with Terry. So yeah, and then there's been a few different phases, because then like you stopped doing coke.
Terry was phases, because I still remember Terry waking me up one morning like after breakfast and going, I need to talk to you. And in those days, Marilyn Martinez would call the house every night at 3 in the morning. Like, just to see it. In those days, Dice used to call the house at 3 in the
And was
morning.
it a house phone or a cell phone?
It was a house phone, so the whole house would ring. And one night, I wasn't home, and Marilyn called at 3 in the morning, and when my wife answered it, she goes, "Cocksucker!" And Terry fucking blew a gasket. My wife loved Marilyn, God rest her soul, but she kind of got a little like, you know.
At 3 in the morning, cocksucker's a little bit much.
Yeah, and when the next morning we had breakfast, and she's like, "I got to talk to you about something." She goes, "You know, I've dated guys, but this is fucking insane, Joey. The phone rings, you got to go out, fights at the Comedy Store, fucking." That was the heyday of the Comedy Store. She was watching everything. Remember, I would host on Sunday nights, so she was watching everything. There was always a dilemma up there. There was always an argument. I was always torturing those fucking guys, and she would deal with all this. She would have to deal with all this shit, you know, and, there was a lot of times when you're at the Comedy Store, man. You're at the fucking Comedy Store. You do a set, you get off, women are going to talk to you. And the other waitresses run in and go, "Joey's talking to a girl in the hallway." Look, even if I was talking to her outside, I'm talking to her in the hallway, so she would know. That's why my wife don't give a fuck about nothing now. Because my wife was at the store those first 4 years, and she saw it.
Right.
She saw it. She saw the life of a comic, and then she came home with me. So she saw the life of a comic from the inside out. Like, she saw it. And she understood it, and she heard about what the other comics were doing, and then she just left me the fuck alone. Until this day, I have, as a husband, I have one of the longest ropes in the world. If I call my wife right now and go, "Hey, I'm not coming home tonight, I'm going to stay at the office," she wouldn't say nothing to me. She trusts me that much. So she would go, "Okay, just be careful tonight. You're going to go out?" "No." "If you go out drinking?" We don't even talk about drinking.
Right.
But there's no, like, she doesn't, she walked into Osteria one night. I was talking to 2 women, and she came right over. I introduced them. The women were like, "Oh my God," she knows. She fucking knows. I tell her pretty much everything, even though sometimes it takes me a week or 2. You know what I'm saying? But I still tell her. And she giggles, and, she likes it. I tell her about stupid chicks, and she fucking giggles. And she's been with me. Dog, she was with me at dinner one night when a fucking girl said something to me. And she was pissed. She was like, "How dare that woman say that in front of me?"
A girl hit on you in front of your wife?
Oh, yeah.
And she's alive?
We were at a big restaurant, and the girls were there. There
Oh,
was
okay.
kids there and shit. And I got up to go to the bathroom. And when I was coming out, there was 2 girls. They're like, we take a picture. So my wife was going to the bathroom with the girls, and my wife heard the whole fucking thing. I even said to my wife, "Honey, I'm going to take a picture and get to the table." She goes, "Don't worry, I got to go into the thing with one of the girls and the mom." And as she was walking, that's when the girl said it in my ear. Said something really like out of control. Like, I just sat there and go, "This is a confused girl." I show her my balls. She's going to faint 3 times and gag. But she had to be a prostitute. She was really good looking, very flamboyant. She looked like she was a prostitute.
If she's talking about that stuff with your wife right next to you,
Oh, yeah.
she's something.
Like, they say crazy shit. My wife giggles, You got to remember, the people I hang out with in my neighborhood are women. I hang out with 2 women pretty much in my neighborhood. They're
You
both
always hang out
married.
with women.
They're both married. I have a great time with them. I made one my partner. I made little stupid videos of her for goalie and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Steve's wife.
Of course.
And then Ravioli. I always talk to Ravioli every 2 days about something.
You know what? I don't think we've ever talked about. How did you feel about dating her when she worked at the store? Because that doesn't seem like something you would allow. Not
Something that I wouldn't allow.
just for yourself personally, like just dating someone where you work there.
Listen, when I met Terry, I'd been going to the store for 3 years. I was a regular there. Never really had any drama in there. I know rules. There's rules of comedy, especially on the road. Rule number 1 is don't hit on the waitresses on the road. Even if they like you, don't hit on them, because that club owner watches everything. And eventually he's going to fire her, and then you're not going to be able to go there, especially as a feature act. Because feature acts are wild. When I was a feature act, I had to do 30 minutes and just hang out by the bathroom.
You'd hang out by the bathroom?
Yeah, and wait for girls to come over. Hi, that was funny. Oh my God. And I start to, especially when I opened for Rogan.
Wow. Yeah.
Just they would come up to you. Oh my God, can you introduce me to Rogan? Yeah, but no. I'm just saying that it was when you're a feature act, you're buck wild and you make mistakes, man.
Right.
And I made them, and I never went back to those clubs. And they would make 1,000 excuses, but at the end of the day, I knew why. I either did coke with a waitress, I slept with a waitress. That's just little rules, And I wasn't paying attention to it. I love to tell you, I was paying attention. In those days, I didn't give a fuck. If it wasn't the improv or fucking a theater, I didn't give a fuck. I would never think. I never thought I was going to get back. So I wouldn't mind burning a bridge from time to time. But back to your question, which is a very interesting question. When I saw Terry, there was something about Terry I liked, her eyes. And we started talking, and I was like off the kilter. And that's why I was like hitting on her kind of lightly, because I know Mitzi didn't allow it. I know Mitzi didn't allow it, and she didn't like it. But if you were in already and she found out, she wouldn't care.
Right.
She didn't find out that we were already living together. It was too late. I already told Mitzi we're living together. Oh.
Would she have been mad if she found out not from you?
Yeah.
That's wild. That's crazy. That's a whole nother thing.
I didn't like it either. Listen, if you think I like dating a girl that I live with at the fucking Comedy Store, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But in reality, it kept an eye on me.
Right.
It watched over my career because I could have made a bad mistake those years. And she was right there to justify it or go, no. And it was funny. After she started working at the store, there was still some nights of craziness. Don't get me wrong.
Right, I'm
some
sure.
stuff that she saw, not from me. Not from me. So she started understanding the game more. And then she would put labels on, like if that happens to you, Joey, she'd not, we would discuss it. So she got to see that also. The craziness, what is women in the audience. When they're there with a man and they come up to you and go and fuck you upstairs and then go back and sit with that man. That never happened to me. But it happened at the store. It's a reality that it fucking happened. So, listen, I don't know how it worked. There's days I'm like, fucking 25 years and a kid. And a kid. I had a woman who ran from me when we got divorced. She fucking ran like her asshole was on fire. Ran. Talked about me, fucking tortured me in the courtroom, tortured me in life. I took a beating. I didn't ever want to get married, and I didn't ever want to have a child again. But I met Terry. And in the relationship, I was like, this ain't going to last. This ain't going to last because I'm a fucking animal. And at that time, I was out there where the buses don't run. But she calmed me down a little bit. And then I got off the coke. And then, like a year after I got off the coke, there were some problems at the house. She was like, I'm getting old and nothing's happening here. And I was like, I told you when we hooked up, there's no marriage in this fucking house. I already did it. I failed. No reason to do it again. Once you fail at something like that, like marriage, like I failed the most basic thing you could fail at, communication. That's basic. Communication is basic. And we get together with women for different reasons. And yes, it's okay if you don't like somebody after 8 fucking years. Mm-hmm. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. But in that situation, I failed because I had everything in front of me. I had a job with her. I liked her family. But I also wanted to do fucking comedy. I also wanted to do comedy in a bad way. There was no way I was going to go fucking sell roofs for the rest of my life. I had to at least know that I failed at comedy, and then I would go back to a job happily. But there was no way at that age I wasn't going to get into comedy. It had been on my mind for too long,
Right. And then, because I don't necessarily think you fail. It wasn't a great end to the relationship, but I think it's better. I honestly think it's better to break up than to stick around for the kids.
I see it now. I see it now when I go to softball games, parents who don't communicate. The kid knows.
100%.
The fucking kid always knows. So in my house, listen, when you walk in my house, especially with my daughter and shit, I wanted my house to be completely opposite of the house I grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
We all do, right? We're like, I didn't like that about my house. I didn't like that about my house, and I didn't like that about my house. If I get a house someday, it's going to be different. And that's what I've done with this house. And one of the things is like a no pressure. Like, we don't have to get up at 8 and everybody has to jump in the shower and you run out of hot water. Like, she gets up, let her jump in the shower, and my wife, and I lurk. I lurk till about 9 o'clock. Then I jump in, I get out at 10 after 9. So that takes a lot of stress. There's just little things that nobody drinks in the house. Nobody drinks alcohol in that house. So there's no fucking arguments. There's no drunk talk. There's none of that shit in my fucking house. I smoke dope in the garage, or sometimes I go outside in front of the car. You know, nothing's in my fucking house. Like, I don't want no smoke upstairs. I don't want, and you have to, this is what I have to do to maintain this house with a daughter in the house.
Would it be different with his son?
Yes and no. You still have a child in the house.
Right.
So there's a certain way you have to act when you have this child in the house. I don't want to smoke pot in my living room.
No.
I'd rather she don't see me and she
have her suspicions, maybe.
Have her suspicions. I'd rather her do that. And she knows.
Right. Of
She even
course
told me when she knows what my stash is. But I don't want it to be the Grateful Dead in my house with a bunch of fucking people drunk. That was never going to happen.
No, dude. And it's crazy because I have this written down. Another word I would use for what you're talking about, and I think you've used it before, is peace.
Peace.
Like,
Peace
it's crazy how much of a difference that has when you have when you have like a peaceful life. How much of a difference it makes in their whole life.
When I tell you, George, Nick, my wife, Christina, that I love you. When somebody tells you they love you, like, what the fuck? What, are we gay? What, are we faggots? No, that's a promise that I'm never going to bring stress into your life. That's a promise that a cop's not going to call you at 3 a.m. and go, George, come bail him out. All the things that would upset George, would upset you, I had to do that. That's when you tell people you love them, I'm not going to put no drama in your fucking life. Nobody's going to knock on your door, go, Joey killed somebody at 3 a.m, come down to the state. No. If anything, I'm here to help you. If anything, and if I don't have it, we'll get it. We'll figure it the fuck out. George knows I'll climb through a fucking window. George saw me on a Friday, took a stereo with the fucking Social Security check. He knows. George knows. Don't fucking test me, motherfucker. Because I'll take it. I'll take everything. I'm an old school fucking thief. I will take everything. You understand me? But nobody's going to starve in my camp.
No.
Not in these days. Not no more. Not like when we did. Nobody's going to fucking starve. We'll steal it. I don't give a fuck. What are they going to do? Throw you in jail? No, they won't. No, they won't. You know what I'm saying?
They might.
Who gives a fuck? But that's really it, man. 25 fucking years, a long time to be with a woman. And listen, man, I love her just the same in the beginning, even more now. Now we just giggle and shit. It's great. Now you know each other. I smell her farts. She can't tolerate mine. You know what I'm saying?
25 years. Yeah, that's
25 years. And when you heard that about people, like people been together 30 years, you're like, that's never going to happen to me. I'm going to be with the same fucking pussy for 30 years and look at it turn gray and old. Nah, dog, it's an adventure. It gets better. Everything gets better.
That's cool. And especially because it happened, like, there's probably a lot of people listening who, like, had a marriage fail or really everyone's had a relationship fail.
We all have shit, but you know what? I always believe that God didn't put you here to die by yourself. There's an ass for every seat. Remember Dale Jones used to say that? There's an ass for every fucking seat. Okay? And women panic. Women are the worst. Women are the fucking worst. Because once they hit 34, they think this is it. I got to meet this guy. Then they meet a guy that's the worst one they've ever met. But they don't see sheep, what's that expression? A wolf in sheep's clothing, because they're so overwhelmed with the child and the fucking marriage and, pigeons and my cousins coming in from Hialeah, and they don't, and that's the biggest mistake they make. Now they're 43, still looking good with 2 fucking kids. And that bum ain't paying child support. And he sees the kids once a week. So you ended off in a worse position than you were by not just getting dick. It's like my friend's mom, my dear friend, called me, and we were talking about her daughter, 34, I'm the 20th boyfriend, And you're like, after a while, you got to say to yourself, wait a second, this pussy is making some horrible fucking choices. I'm going to get off the dick for 1 year. I'm going to get off the dick, like what I did, get off the pussy for a year, just to focus you, to make you realize what you really want in a woman or in a man before you make a bad fucking mistake. We've all made mistakes where in our mind, this is going to be it. I'm going to marry her, pigeons, I'm going to live like a doctor. No, it's not always that way. It's not always that way because you went with a preconceived notion. It happens to men and it happens to women. When you're 34 and you want to get married as a man and you've been dating whores all your life that cheat on you, fuck your brother, steal your car and crash it, you got to change dicks. You have to look at it from a different perspective and go, you know what? I'm not going to date a woman for a year. No more fucking websites, no more nothing. I'm taking a year off from pussy to make me really realize and build the woman or the man I want in my head to pop up next time. I know what I want, and this is what I'm looking for. Yeah, everybody wants a chick with fake tits who could suck a dick. Listen, 3 years in, you don't make the car payment. Those bitches are gone to another guy who'll fucking pay for their tits. And I always learned something from Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was a good-looking Chinese guy, international star. His wife was no fucking playmate, but she stood by him. And that's the woman that calmed him down, and that's a lesson for a lot of people. When you're 21, everybody wants to marry Farrah Fawcett. When you're 30, you'll marry that chick with the missing toe from the bartender at that fucking dump bar you hang out with. Because that's it. The window's closing. And that's what we all do. We start getting desperate. Oh, my God, I'm not going to have a child. Oh, my God, I'm going to die alone. And we make the worst fucking mistake because we're going in there with something. What happened to just getting together, sucking my dick, I eat your pussy, we smoke a joint, you go home. Let's start with that. Let's start with a walk to Carvel, and we'll take it from there. I'll suck your tit in the car. You know what I'm saying? What happened?
What happened on the third date?
Huh?
What's the third date?
Ice cream. Whatever. Carvel. I don't know. But these are all the decisions if you're gonna go to a bar and you're gonna hit on a girl and she's snorting coke with you and she just broke up with her boyfriend and he's an animal and you're gonna get engaged to her, that's not gonna work. She's been getting fucked at bars for 20 years. What? And when she dumps your ass, she's going right back to that fucking bar. Yeah. So these are the things you gotta know. Like people, you wanna meet a whore, go to a fucking bar. And get one of those chicks with the tight shirts on. You want to meet a smart chick? Go to a fucking library. I met my wife at a fucking comedy store. What do I know?
And go to work, dude. And it's crazy. Like you've talked about your other relationships. Like it sounds like you might have put like a little bit more effort in with Terry than you did with other ones, or like you.
I didn't want to get married to the other ones. Like I didn't, after I got divorced, listen, I met my wife when I was basically 20 fucking years old. 21 years old, I met her. And here's the scary thing.
Your first wife?
My first wife. This August, I know that bitch for 40 fucking years. I met her August of 85. It's April of 2025. Yeah. She knows me like the back of my fucking hand, that bitch.
Even though you haven't spoken in a while?
Yeah, because she was there in the beginning. She saw the animal.
Wow.
So I met her in 85, and we were done in 91, maybe. You got to figure I didn't see her for 6 months. I was locked up. Listen, man, it is what it is. And I wasn't going to get married again after that. I lost everything. I paid debt till fucking 10 years ago. I paid debt on that fucking divorce.
So, because you said like you weren't going to get married. What made you decide to finally get married?
I wasn't going to get fucking married.
Right.
And I had met other girls, and some of them were nice. Some of them were, nobody was marriage material. Honestly, you want me to tell you what made me marry Terry?
Yeah.
When I woke up at 4 a.m. one day, and she had my football suit out for the longest yard. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? This ain't a regular girlfriend. This is not a regular girlfriend. Up with me, because I had to be there at 5. So I would have to get up at 3:45. Sometimes I just stop smoking coke at 3:30. She would get up, fucking, I'd take a shower, put the football suit on. She'd make me a little breakfast just so I wouldn't drive down there 45 minutes with nothing in my stomach. A lot of people don't do that. They wouldn't give a fuck if you left hungry. So that gave me all the consideration. It's really funny. There's an episode of The Sopranos when he's going to go out and meet the realtor. And he goes to a house, but that's the night that she helps him button his shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? She helped him button his shirt. That's a really good scene. At least it was for me, because I understood. And then he went to this girl's house, and he was dying to fuck her. But as he was taking off his shirt, he thought about his wife. And he goes, what am I doing? What the fuck am I doing here? I just got shot in the head. She was by me for 6 weeks. And then I was home for fucking 4 weeks, and there she is. And now I'm going to fuck the first chick that moves around. And I learned that when I was like 20. The guy who used to own the gas station across the street from North Bergen had everything. The Porsche, he was 25. He had a Porsche, a house in Miami, a truck, And all these women would go to that gas station because he was a good-looking Spanish dude. And I remember a girl that has a boyfriend that was going to get married came up to me one day, and she goes, you're really tight with him. Tell him I want to sleep with him one night on the side. Nobody will know. I go, okay. Next time I saw George, I go, hey, man. We started talking about girls, and he goes, yeah, she's pretty hot. I go, listen, you didn't hear from me, but she told me if you wanted to sleep with her, she would give you a piece of ass. And he looked at me for a minute, and he goes, she's really pretty, but it's not for me. And I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, bro. He goes, I've been with my wife when we lived in a one-bedroom apartment with no money. What kind of man would I be now to cheat on her? And I was like, that's character.
Yeah. I think it would destroy, it would just destroy them, I think. It's great. Even when you were saying that when you showed up at Terry's house with a bag and to think about what you have now, but she's been there from the to see what you guys have built is pretty crazy.
That's why I tell her everything. It doesn't matter what the fuck I do, I'll tell her. Because she'll look at me and go, what the fuck, Joey? I just tell her, because why lie to her?
It's not good.
Anything I do with anybody, I pretty much tell her.
When did you start doing that?
Tell her. I started doing that like 8 years in. If I have an experience with a woman, I tell her. I get it off my chest before she hears it secondhand or sees a picture. At the end of the day, nothing happened. But I sat with her for 3 hours at Joe Rogan's bar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A couple people said something to me about that.
Why?
It was that girl. I was like, listen, she's a dear friend of mine. I'm 62. I'm in no mood. This shit don't get up all the time. This dick don't get hard like it used to. What if you make a call and your dick don't get hard? How embarrassed am I going to be? You know what I'm saying? So I cover my bases. At home, I could fail. I could shoot a dud at home. She's been with me for 25 years. Fucking some young chick. I don't talk. It's not even, it's fun. I love going out at night and talking to fucking some young chick. I told you I went to a strip club about a month ago and I was talking to a black girl all night. Didn't ask her for a dance or anything. At the end of the night, she goes, you're going to give me $100? I said, absolutely. And I just gave her $100. I needed that $100 the next day. But I made her fucking world. And that's going to come back to me tenfold. And I didn't try to fuck her. And she's still my friend on Instagram. We'll be back next week, cocksuckers. Tip Top Magoo. What do you got this week? Anything?
Yeah, May 4th, I'm at Greenwich Village Comedy Club.
There you go. And me, May 8th, May 17th, Philadelphia. It's sold out, so I don't even know why I'm promoting the date. Go to the Excite page and look to see if they have tickets for August. I'm sure they'll have a bunch of tickets. Come on out, knock yourself out, have some fucking cheesesteaks at Merlino's, and do what you need to do. I love you, cocksuckers.
Love you guys.
Have a great week, and we'll be back next Tuesday. Tip top Magoo. It'll be like May 8th or something. Stay black, cocksuckers. Love. What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey here with the Cato Kalin of podcasting, Lee Syatt, for another fun-filled episode of The Church of What's Happening Now, new edition. It's Tuesday, September the 2nd. The rent is due, and nobody wants to hear no excuses. You know what I'm saying? It's over. You had your cheeseburgers. You jumped up and down all weekend. Now it's reality time. And the next 4 months are the real deal Holyfield. But before we get this started, we're going to talk to you about Blue Chew. Because if you're going to get the year started, it's time to sling dick with 3 hands also. So here we go. We'll be right back. What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey here. Listen to me. It's fall. The leaves are changing. And so is your fucking nutsack. We're going to resurrect that erection with Blue Chew. That's right. It's the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. And they're going to raise that dick back from the dead. Like my wrinkled up Cuban egg roll type of dick. You'll get the erection that are harder, they last longer, and it gets the job done, Jack. You know what I'm saying? They're just laying there, just like that. The tablets taste like mint. I was just telling somebody. And you can take them at any time, day or night. I ate one for breakfast the other day. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm rolling. Get yourself a subscription so you can be stocked up to stay up. Listen, and we got a special deal for our listeners. We love you, so we're trying to take care of you. Before Halloween comes, before Christmas, we want you to sling dick. So at least Christmas, you got a girlfriend that just sits there and goes, let's do it, baby. It's too easy to get you. The first month of Blue Chew is free. That's right, I said free. Just use promo code Joey at checkout and pay $5. That's it. It's that easy. $5 for shipping. That's it. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. We need more kids in China. Head to BlueChew.com for details and safety info. And thank you to Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. And Blue Chew is a great product that'll help you. If it can help me, an old geezer, it'll help you too. BlueChew.com. Ha 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 ha. Kick this motherfucking Neil Lee. We're back, Jack. What's happening, beautiful people? Anyway, what's up, Lee?
Dude, sometimes I know you're gonna fuck with me, and it's like an early Christmas gift I'm gonna give to you. Do you want it now or do you want it in a little bit?
What?
Like I know I did something this weekend that this might be the last podcast.
I could just imagine. What did you do? What stupid stuff did you do?
And it was actually not bad, but you're in my head. I went to the Renaissance Fair for the first time.
I know you did. Did you dress up like an idiot?
No, I didn't do that.
Did you get a turkey leg?
I did not. I was going to, but it looked like fucking stupid. But it was, dude, it was.
Lee, you're done. You might as well. Not for me. You could come on the podcast every Monday.
Oh, thank you.
You personally, you're done. It's over. You might as well just. It's over.
What's done? I went for 6 hours. I will say it was pretty fun. Although you would have.
I feel like the Indian. Remember when we were kids, the Indian, when they saw the litter? And he
was crying.
He had the little tear in his eye. It's over.
What's
it's
over?
I feel like that Indian. I'm surprised a tear is not going to come out of my eye right now.
You would have had a good time.
Yeah, dressed up with a bunch of barbarians.
Oh, dude.
Fucking walking around with a
you
sword.
You should have seen all the people.
Grown fucking men with swords.
A lot of them.
And a lot of those women, suck dick.
Huge
You brought
tits.
your girlfriend. So what good is it? Those Bavarian women, you walk around with a sword. Hey, they suck your helmet.
Oh, they had a lot.
But you bring your girlfriend with you, and they're dirty and stinky too.
I was mad that I never went when I was a single chubby dude who likes chubby girls.
Oh,
because dude, it was.
And they're all retarded. Those girls, you could talk them into anything. You could talk them into anything. Listen, we'll come to my house. We're going to take a flight to France tonight.
But they're like freaky. They have like leather stuff. They like.
Oh yeah, they're fucking full bona fide freaks, runaways. They ran away from somewhere. You know
I was going to say, it didn't look like they were running a lot.
The Chinese, their house, the Russians. They ran away.
Oh, dude, you should have gone because it was.
I wouldn't fucking go.
You have to go for 5 minutes.
I wouldn't fucking go to that shit. I lived in Colorado, and there was one, not in Boulder. There was one like not in Boulder. It was up in like Longmont, where all those animals lived back then. Now Longmont's like beautiful and shit, but 30 years ago it was like animals and people with warrants. People who wouldn't be allowed in Florida lived in Longmont. Jesus. And fucking they had that shit. And I remember I had to go pick up a car one day and I sat there going, what the fuck I'm from Jersey. Who comes to this shit? They're out there, yay, with swords and
they said huzzah a lot.
They have the sticks and they fucking
that was
each
cool.
other.
They had jousting. I did see jousting with the horses. That was the best part, is they had jousting. The rest of it, like I did archery too. I shot a bow and arrow. I did actually pretty good.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I didn't. I shot a target, but dude, there were some fucking like just people with like masks. Like there was basically like furry. It wasn't just.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
And they all in a suck.
But they're having a great time, and I felt bad making fun of them because like they're not messing with anybody.
No, they're not messing with nobody. They're nice people. They're saying, it's 80 degrees and you're dressed up with a fucking joust suit. So something ain't right on a Sunday.
And they take it real serious.
Maybe your kids don't love you. I don't know. Who goes there? If you got a family, who goes there?
There were a lot of families there. Which
I know. But not people like. It's like a flying circus for dirty white people.
Right.
Okay? You ever go like a circus and there's always a chick with the missing hand and the guy with the one eye who can see through the wall.
Usually it's like the bearded woman and the fat man. I would love to see yours sounds like a much better circus.
Yeah,
the person with the missing hand.
Whatever. They always got some fucking
freak show. Yeah. Yeah, they were. And like they were just going around like, oh, this is one that I thought you would have killed people. People paid to go in and do a pub crawl there. So they were just walking around in a line of like 30 people, and they took a bathroom break. We were smoking a joint, and we were just watching them, and they were taking a break, and waiting for people to go to the bathroom. They were telling jokes, and this one old guy was there, and probably told like 6 of the dirtiest like hand job jokes around like kids and like old people, and was like bombing on the pub, but they paid money to go drink beer at this in costume.
The guy was doing stand-up?
No, he was doing like knock jokes
on a microphone.
No, just out in a group of people, like 5 or 6 people, like, hey pub crawl, hey pub crawl, hey pub crawl, and then they go and then they take turns doing jokes. And this one guy, I could just because I see it at open mics all the time, but I can just tell that he wants to do stand-up, but just basically
you should have gone over and gave him a lesson.
I did think about
Bavarians. You could have gone on the Bavarian tour and done all the festivals, eat with a turkey leg in your hand and a VD cure in the other. You know what I'm saying?
I got it. The women there, even if I was single, the women like they're the kind of women that like they're kind of tough. They'll probably be able to beat me up.
Tough. Just define tough.
Because they're
throw
like
them out of the car.
Huh?
You could throw.
I don't know.
Huh? You could push
I've never thought about throwing anybody out of a car
they
before.
Act up, you kick them out of the car.
Is the car moving?
No, you're talking to them on the block. Yeah, it's moving. Why kick somebody out of the car if the car's sitting there?
Oh, but they were just
I don't know.
Remember? Do you remember? Did you ever meet Milkshake? Or I just told you about Milkshake in LA.
I never met Milkshake. I just got the optical illusion.
6 foot 300. There were a lot of those.
Once you told me you broke the bed,
we broke the bed. That was
That's fucking tremendous.
That's an accomplishment.
When you break a bed, fucking, that's gotta be. I'm not a good fucker, so.
Me either. I was just big.
I'm a good eater, but I'm not a good fucker. You know
no, I didn't say I was good at it, but I did. This was like part of my heaviest, or on the way there. And this girl in LA was 300-ish. Her grandpa was a lineman in the NFL, and you could tell like it was his descendants. And I had to get. I bought on Amazon like metal reinforced legs for my bed, because I had wooden legs on my bed, and there was just one night I heard crunch. And then like it would, as you go up and down the bed, so my neighbors started to complain, so I had to buy reinforced legs, and I didn't, but I still got probably like 50 pounds heavier.
And she broke the bed.
I don't want to put it on her. I think I was probably involved
You're a big
too.
man for saying that.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it wasn't just all
So
on
you
her.
were in the middle of having sex and the bed just broke.
Yeah.
Did you at least break character and look at each other and go, or did you just keep fucking knocking it home?
Probably still, and I didn't fix it then either. Like, it took a couple of weeks. Like, I'm cheap. I don't want to.
Why fix it? You're gonna break it all over again.
I tried to put the leg back. Like, I would try to put the wooden one back, and I tried to screw that one in. Like, I tried everything I could to save the $12 on the legs on Amazon, but it didn't work. And they started to knock on the ceiling. I was like, "Fuck, I gotta fix this
I never
thing."
did that. Like, the only time that I was fucking embarrassed was I used to date a girl, and she had a roommate, and I was about 91. I was 28, 29, and they were like 24. They had just graduated from Kansas. And it was all three of them had graduated from Kansas.
Right.
And they knew each other in Kansas. And my girl was cute, but the fucking other girl was really cute, and she was Asian. And she was a nasty bitch. And he would fuck her at night, and I'd have to cover my girlfriend's ears. I was so embarrassed. He was rocking that side of the house.
Oh, damn.
I couldn't rock it like that.
that does
like
suck.
8 times, and I just look at her like... Yeah, I come quick. I'm not one of those Charlie. I'm not.
Oh no, that's rough with the
whole
roommate.
House was rocking. Like, I'd have to do 3 ludes and an 8-ball to get my dick to work like that.
I'm surprised you didn't just leave the house and be like, "Want to go get an ice cream or something?"
I
like
would
that.
cover her ears. I wouldn't let her listen to this, because if I was abroad and I heard somebody fucking like that, I'd just get up later.
Yeah, that's...
You know how black girls put their hand in your face?
I don't know if they still do that.
What's her name? Carly B, whatever.
Cardi B?
Yeah, if I was Carly B, you're like, with this big ass,
Yeah.
I'm going to lay here with a 3-pump Joey? Shit. I'm going next door and getting some real dick. Move over, China Wu. I'm getting on top of that fucking pogo stick.
China Wu.
Yeah. She was Korean, though, but she smelled Chinese. You know?
Oh, my
She's
God.
a good egg. They were good eggs, man. That was a wild time in my life. Wild. Like, I had gotten separated in October, and I stayed single as a fucking judge. Like, I didn't even look at another woman. I was separated, I was Catholic. I was still doing coke. No, I was kind of clean at that time. I had just come back from New York, where George and I did a 10-day stint in a white detective car. That was always a great one, trying to go to Harlem and get a bag of weed. I didn't even know. When I rented it at Hertz, they gave me this car, and I'm like, this looks like a cop car.
That's
Until
hysterical.
I went to the fucking city, and I'm driving around the city. Hey, what do you got? Nothing for you. The fuck?
Did it have the light and everything on the front?
No, it was just, it was a
Oh,
white
like an undercover
cop car.
one?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I'm had to take George, please help me out. I can't buy nothing. I'm flashing $300 bills. I got gold watch. Nobody wants to help me.
That's hysterical.
By Yankee Stadium. I had to go to Yankee Stadium.
How long did it take you to realize that it was the car?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Like 2 days. I was so fucked up. I went hard those weeks. Because I remember I stayed out of North Bergen for like 6 nights. I was here for 10 days, probably September 10th to like the 20th. And I had tons of credit cards that I had never used. And my wife said, take a credit card and go have some fun. And I was like, fun? And I'm like, I only got like 3 cash. And then I discovered cash advances. And they're like worse than a loan shark. But I didn't give a fuck. I was taking 100 out of there a day, buying coke in the daytime, and then taking another 100 at night, charging meals. I got back, I lasted about a month, and that's when she said she wanted to get separated. I didn't do shit for 2 months. December 18th was when she told me I'm dating. I go, you dating, motherfucker? That's all I need. That same night, I went and won a contest and got a package and started working this fucking waitress. I worked her for like 3 days before Christmas. She's like, I got a boyfriend. After breakfast, after I took her to breakfast, she said, I got a boyfriend. I'm like, what the fuck? Hotter than fuck. I went back to the club that night, and I met another girl. And we started talking, and she goes, I'm going home for Kansas. When I get back, I'll call you. And I'm like, this chick ain't going to call me. She fucking called like the 3rd of January.
Nice.
And it was that girl. And she went back. Her father owned the fucking hotel.
Oh.
He owned 4 of them. And I did comedy at the one. I'm like, I would go, and she was living at the hotel, like Zsa Zsa Gabor at the time. And her girlfriend was living at the hotel. And at first, I hadn't dated nobody in 6 years. I didn't even know how to act.
But you didn't even want to like date. You wanted to hook
So we
up.
would do comedy on Tuesdays, and her and I would, and 20 waiters. This is why I love comedy. This is the thing about comedy you love. It wasn't a comedy club, but at that time it was run by like one.
Right.
Just Tuesday nights, and we would all go there. We'd do comedy. We closed that bar, which closed at 12, and then we'd go out in Boulder, and we'd go to a karaoke place over by the other side of Boulder. I'll never forget going in there and listening to Michael Jackson with them, and some of them were just regular drinking. Half of us were doing coke. Like
Right.
the other half was doing coke already.
What half for you?
And I started dating this girl like January, like just taking her out to dinners. And everything was going well at the time. All the credit cards were in full effect. So I'm out every fucking night with this chick. Her family owned a broker in Boulder, but they had 4 different banks, 4 different restaurants. One of the restaurants, guys, was one of the finest ideas I ever went to in my life. It was called the Broker Woman's Bank. I don't think you can look it up. I think they sold it like 30 years ago. First of all, this restaurant, as soon as you walked in, my boys in Vegas give you French fries.
Ooh, yeah.
Right?
STK.
STK, whatever, the steakhouse.
Yeah.
They give you French fries. Chinese people give you the noodles to dip.
Great.
This place gave you a big bowl of peel and eat shrimp.
What?
Listen,
For free?
now I don't want it. Like now, I know I'm gonna shit blood and get Katrina germs, but 30 years ago, when you're dating a chick and you're trying to impress them, they show up with a fucking shrimp bowl. So any of the 4 restaurants you went to, as soon as you got there, what are you drinking? Whiskey tonic, whatever, soda. Boom! They come right back with bread and a fucking bowl of shrimp.
I've never even seen that
with
before.
Fucking floating
Cocktail sauce?
cocktail sauce. It was nice setup. All the restaurants were cool. Let me talk to you about the Woman's Bank. The Woman's Bank was a bank. So you ate in the fucking rooms where you take the money out in the vaults.
Oh, shit.
Dog, talk to me.
That's
so
badass.
you would go, it was a curtain. This is 1991. At 92, let's take it down. And there was already had curtains, so the guy would knock. Oh, I'm bringing in the steaks. Okay, open. And then he'd leave, and you could get back to fucking and sucking and snorting. We were snorting there for dessert, though.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. I went there till about 1995
Why'd you stop
because
going?
I fell in love with that restaurant, the concept of going to a restaurant, eating a steak, guy closes the curtain, you take a gram of blowout, and you do 3 fucking for desserts, and an espresso and a Heineken, and you're hot to trot. You're in fucking, it wasn't downtown Denver. It was like, because he had them all over. He had like downtown, South Denver. This fucking was brilliant. This was brilliant. And the restaurant in Boulder was known for, there was a place up the corner, and you can look this fucking thing up, and George is my witness. There was a place called, it was on Arapahoe Boulevard, and it was called, what was it? Friday FAC. It was called the Friday Afternoon Club. And it was a hotel because every single person, this is the fucking 80s. And
Still there, huh?
what's the name of it?
Still there. The Boulder Broker
Yeah, it's in Boulder.
Yeah.
But they sold it 18 times. And they were,
70 years, restaurant.
No, he's talking about the Friday afternoon club.
no, the Friday Afternoon Club is lit. But Broker's still there because I reached out to them. They reached out to me, the waitstaff. And they're like, hey, we're young. We go to college. Would you ever consider doing a show here? And I'm like, fuck yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
And they reached out and goes, the fuck, and they kiboshed it.
Old bank from 1910 bank.
They kiboshed it because I threw the fucking manager against the bookshelf.
when?
When you,
In
that's
the
how I got
90s?
fired from that job.
And they won't. Are you serious?
Well, you know,
Is he still there?
I don't think so. Dog, we ran, you understand that was my open mic days. That was the very beginning of open mic. And I didn't know how to act. I won the contest December 18th. And January 3rd, they made me the house MC. And every Tuesday, I would be there for 18 months. And I'll never forget, like after I was there 8 months, if you guys know anything about me, after I was there for 18 months, I basically did what I want. they had an all-you-could-eat lunch, and I would just go to every day. The soups were the best in the country,
Right.
but they had homemade Rice Krispie treats. I would eat the whole tray. The lady would come out and go, Joey, I made your fresh batch. That's how I was juiced in there. I could, even after her and I broke up, I go to that hotel at night and go, I need a room.
And
Take the room around the back. You know what room it is. Clean up the sheet and leave a 50 for the wait staff, for the thing. I could go back there and snort coke. Nobody would know. By myself. I had that fucking place wired. I knew the chefs. I knew the wait staff. I knew the hotel. 8 months. So think of the last 8 months. I was just doing. I still remember New Year's Eve. There was a band, and I talked them into paying me like $300. Like I was a big shot. $300 on New Year's Eve after doing comedy 2 years, and I talked them into. They paid me $300 to bomb. I still remember people were trying to get on the elevator. Me and my buddies were on the 4th floor with the alarm on, snorting coke, and people were banging on the elevator for 30 minutes. We came down to the 1st floor, and everybody was there. The fire department, and we come out with powder all over our face. It was insane what we were doing there. So the last 3 months, they really wanted me out. They just were looking for an excuse.
And the elevator wasn't it?
The elevator was still there, but I wasn't doing.
No, but that seems like an excuse to kick
Look,
you out.
I did the craziest things in there. I was swapping spit with a chick one night, fucked up by the ice cube machine, and something made me look at the ice cube machine, and I popped my head up, and I took an ice cube, and I just opened up pants and put the ice cube in a pussy, and then took it out and popped it in my mouth and started swapping spit with it. That chick almost fainted, you know what I'm saying? And I was only 20. I was only 30. I was doing crazy shit like that. That woman almost fainted. She's like, I never did something like that before. I did some crazy stuff in that hotel.
And forgive me, because was this the hotel that your ex-girlfriend lived at too?
At the time, all right, she lived in there from December, January, and then February, and maybe March. Then she found an apartment.
And when did you guys break up?
We didn't. I kept dating her in that apartment.
Okay.
This is going to take you deep. So this is 92, and she's living upstairs with the Korean girl, and they're living in this apartment. And I'm dating the brunette, and look, this is a crazy story. And the other kid's dating the Korean girl. And we're double dating. They're coming to my comedy shows. And I'm falling in love with this girl. I was after my divorce. She was the only sanity I had. I was just getting yelled at every time I talked to my ex-wife. This girl, and she didn't know I did drugs, guys. And when I got too gacked up, I would just cancel on her. If I went out while she was waitressing, because her father made a waitress.
Wow.
Like she was no manager. Her father made a waitress. So I would go out while she was waitressing to do comedy and other things. If I got too fucked up, she'd, whatever, call me at home, and I'd tell her I'm too tired. I'd be fucked up with a chick in the house. But I knew she was a drink, so she wouldn't come over. Like I lived in Arvada then. 40 minutes away from Boulder. I was living with my cousin, George Coelho. All right? You guys never met. His name is Al Coelho. I grew up with him as a kid. He had a bad pill problem. I would sit in the living room.
I just love.
I would sit.
I'm sorry. This poor guy. Let you live with him.
I would sit in the living room in the daytime, at night, watching Goodfellas or something, and he'd wait for his wife to go to sleep, and then he'd look for the pills he'd hide, and he'd forget where he put them, and I'd move them around. I needed somebody else to torture. Once I didn't see George anymore, and he would come down the stairs. Nick, he would come down the stairs fucked up, and he would wait for his wife to fall asleep, and he'd come down the stairs, and his wife put little vases, like little candle things, but the candles would run out, and he would hide the pills in them, and he would come down every step and go, he had like 9 steps.
Why was he hiding the pills?
Because his wife was a pillhead.
Oh.
So they were hiding pills from each other.
No.
You cannot believe this shit what I got into. So my only sanity was this girl until I could finally fucking own an apartment or something. I was divorced. My wife took my fucking silverware and everything. So I think, no, I'm lying to you guys. I wasn't living with Al yet. I was still in my apartment with nothing. A TV on a milk crate, and I sat on a milk crate. And there was a VCR. And I had a bed with no
Box spring.
No box springs, just a mattress thrown on the floor with a sheet that I never washed.
Oh,
And a sheet on top of me and a pillow that I just flipped over every other month. Come on, dog. I'm 30. I'm single. You want me to tell you I was, Michael Jordan, that my house was immaculate? I never cooked in that house. I never did nothing.
thank God.
So I never brought anybody over there. I would just go to this girl's house. So I got into comedy. I was doing well at the club, meeting people. And fucking at a wedding in August, this girl says to me, I'm moving back to fucking New York. Like after a year and a half.
Just out of nowhere?
Out of nowhere. She goes, I took a job with a PR company in New York City. And I'm like, what? But in the back of my head, I'm happy. But in the meantime, me and the Korean girl have become tight of the motherfucker friends. The girl she was into comedy, so she'd go to my comedy shows with me. We went to see Seinfeld, went to see somebody else, and then she needed a job. And I'm like, come work with me selling cars. That bitch was, me and her were banging out in that place, 14 cars a month. She would sell 14 cars a month. So we kind of got tight. So this nice girl at this wedding tells me she's leaving like September 8th of 92. She's moving to New York. And I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do without her? But you ain't going to believe this. China Wu's boyfriend, he decides he wants to go into master's to get his master's degree, but at Washington State. And China Wu told him, I ain't going to Washington State. I don't like fucking Seattle. So I'm like,
Dun 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 dun.
dun, 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 dun.
Joey's
And
here.
dog, they both left in September to go back to their prospective things. And her and I stayed tight friends, like friends. And then like 2 months later, I went to do comedy with her one night. And she was Korean. When she drank, she lost her fucking mind. And to top it off, she was a fucking 12. And one night in the car, she goes, rip off my shirt. And I'm like, dog, she's like, rip off every sheet of clothes on me. And fuck me. And I did it. And then I go, how are you going to go into the club with me? She goes, I won't. I'm going to wait. And she put my winter jacket on and just took a nap in the Acura. And I came back out, though. It was crazy. And when I brought her home, her gay brother was living with her. And I didn't know that the brother was coming from Kansas. I'll never forget walking up with her, and her shirt was ripped. Beautiful, brand new shirt. And he looked at me, he goes, you're up to that again, aren't you? And I'm like, ooh. I thought this chick was crazy. And she had the white boy confused. But she knew I was crazy. So she took me into the deep waters of the underworld. And then she's like, I want to do this cocaine shit with you. And that was, I don't have to tell you what happened after that, though. We went on like a 3-month tear. Dog, she would pick up. It would be me and her, and we'd pick up my daughter. Like, I wouldn't bring her to see my wife. Like, that's how much I was in. The white girl was done. I didn't want to see it. I only talked to her out of like, I don't even know why I'm talking to you. You're in New York, why are you still here?
Right.
Because I got the Korean girl, and we're doing shit that you never even dreamed of doing. The Korean girl was crazy, and she just moved into my house. It was fucking insane.
With Al or your old house?
Now I was living with a roommate of mine, Manny, and she was always there at night. She would just come over and put a shirt on and walk around naked. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm 30, I'm 29.
How long after the divorce?
A year, and nobody knew. I kept it on the hush-hush.
But to have a hot girlfriend is like, you're like,
Oh my God.
God has
And
answered my
then
prayers.
she comes to me in December and says, I got bad news.
Oh no.
I go, tell me you're pregnant because I'll marry you right now. I don't give a fuck. I need a baby mama like you to keep me on my toes. She goes, no, I got a job in Korea translating for $20,000 a month.
That's a pretty good job.
Bro, I was fucking heartbroken.
Yeah.
Heartbroken. And in the meantime, I'm calling him for support, and he's never home. Where's George? We don't know. Fuck is George? Call tonight. I'm calling him for 4 or 5 weeks. He's never fucking home. And I left him, Grandma, tell him to call me. Okay.
He
And
never
finally,
called you
like,
back?
I called him, and his mother goes, he's fucking nuts. Come back here. Help me out with this savage. And the rest was history. Then I came back here, and I hooked up with the white girl in the city. She knows nothing. We're in love like nothing happened. And I'm having a great time because she lives in the West Village on 15th Street in a prime little apartment. Her and a girlfriend rent an apartment, $1,500 a month. I had a banger in the kitchen. and a little floor on my knees. It was just little. I remember when I was banging and a mouse went by. I'm like, oh my God, this is my type of party. Another night, do I got a story for you. I go over there. They used to do comedy on 15th Street and Broadway. She lived right next door to Susan Sarandon. Susan Sarandon and the actor lived right next door. And it was Manhattan Honda was on the corner, and down the corner was 15th Street, and it was Goodfellas Pizza. And there was a bar across the street that did comedy. So I would go to her house, eat pizza, and then we'd go do comedy. It was buck wild. One night, I decided to take my friends from North Bergen over there. You know the one. God damn it. The one that make you feel all right. You know what I'm saying? I take him over there. That dude. I take him over there. He's gacked, drinking Heinekens. I'm like, look at my boy and shit. And next thing you know, he's making out with a girl. She had a thing, you know when girls put the thing on their head and they have long hair? He came out of the backstage wearing it and gave 0 fucks. Politician in our hometown. That's how fucked up. And he's like, this place is fun. And I'll never forget that there was a hot black chick. This is 1990. This is 1993. And there's a black dude. And he's working this chick. And the girl kept saying, I'm telling you, I'm a comedian. I want to be single. And he would be like, what's your man got to do with me? And he kept saying it to her. Like, listen, I mean, he was.
And what would she say?
Like, she's like, God damn it, I can't get away from these guys because we love you, sister. What's your man got to do with me? And then she finally said, I got a man. I'm engaged. What's your man got to do with me? And he kept saying that to her.
Crazy thing to say.
And I think he got her to go get pizza with him and shit. But that was the best night. I just remembered that. But in this whole scheme of things, this girl's in Korea.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And now I'm in love with the white girl. I'm living in Cliffside. I'm taking the bus over there. I'll never forget I was broke. That's why I robbed the chick with the barbecue, because I was going over there to take her out. So everything was getting along. I would go over there once a week, take her to get pizza. We'd do comedy. Maybe 2 nights a week I'd give her a stabbing because she had a roommate and I didn't have a place to take her. Do you know I get a call one day? Things are going great. I'm driving a limo. I'm doing spots in the city. At least I got a little income, guys. I'm snorting coke. I'm having the time of my life. I get a call from the Korean girl. Oh, I just want to let you know, I'll be in New York on Tuesday, and I'm staying with Julie. And I'm like, oh, shit. And in my coked out 30-year-old mind, I'm thinking, threesome in this motherfucker. Okay. So
And Julie's the white girl.
Julie's the white girl.
Okay.
The other girl's the Korean girl. So I called my friend Stinky, because he's good looking. And I go, you're coming with me to the city. And Stinky was one of those dudes that, he was so good looking at the time, he didn't get, he didn't even pay attention. I'll never forget, the Korean girl goes, I go, what do you girls want to do? And the Korean girl, we're driving, Stinky's driving. Well, on Broadway, me and him just picked up like 2 8-balls. They don't know it. The girls don't know it. We picked up the coke first, then we picked them up. And we're driving, and the girl goes, I go, what do you girls want to do? And the one Asian girl goes, how about we buy a beer with a brown bag and stand on the corner? And Glenn Conti looks at it and he goes, how about I pull over and throw you out? And he goes, I ain't standing on no corner. He was like, no, I don't want them in the car. And now she wants to stand in the corner with a fucking, brown bag, like to be cool. That's not going to happen. If you want, I'll pull over. You can stand in the corner all night if you want. So we went to a couple clubs. It didn't click. You could feel there was something in the air.
Did both girls think they were on a date with you at this time?
Mm-hmm. I was with the white girl.
Okay.
And I brought Glenn to talk to the Chinese girl, the Korean girl. So the night ends great. We drop them off. I make plans with the white girl to come into the city. I meet her at CBS building. She worked right by CBS with a fountain, whatever. Because one time I brought her roses and the alarm system went off. I went through the back door and the alarm system went off. I had to run down the stairs. Dog, please. We do this thing. I hook up with the white girl. We go out for a date. I go, where's the Korean? She goes, she's with her somewhere in Brooklyn with her family. She's leaving Sunday. I'm like, all right. So now I'm trying to get a hold of the Korean to see if I could dig into that again. And I get a hold of the Korean, but dog, she ain't budging. I'm like, why don't you come over? I'll take you to Rudy's, whatever. Okay. I go over, I take the girl out, and I'm trying to work this Asian chick. Sunday night, I call the white chick, and I go, did the Korean leave? And she goes, yeah. She went back to Korea. Or she's going to Kansas to see her family, and she's going to Korea. She was adopted. Monday, I'm driving a limo. I just drop a motherfucker off, and I'm on 9W picking up the reels, the 5:30 news. You would pick it up in Edgewater, not Edgewater, Fort Lee. You would pick up, they would pay me $35. You pick up the evening news and you bring it to CBS or NBC or whoever. And I'll never forget, I go to make the left turn, and the white girl calls me crying. And she's like, you motherfucker, I can't believe what you did to me. You've been cheating with her. And I go, who the fuck told you that? She goes, she just called me and ratted you out and herself out. She goes, I'm never going to talk to her again. I'm never going to talk to you again. And hung up on me. Then a week later, I brought her flowers. That's when the alarm system. I never won her back. End of story. I go back to Boulder. I'm doing comedy. 18 months, I don't hear from nobody. I'm doing comedy. I meet a stripper in Michigan. She tells me she wants to go to Seattle. She comes to meet me first, whatever. We hook up. She goes to Seattle, gets an apartment. I follow her. I'm there 8 months, bro. I'm in the fucking U district. Do you guys see where this is going? Oh, no. I'm in the fucking U district. And it's 1996. And I just hooked up with my weed girl from Boulder from 1985 at a supermarket. She was 70 and he was 30.
Damn.
But she had so much money, he just kept fucking her and fell in love. She smells, she was old. I go to her house to buy weed because I'm going to that movie theater. I'm right in the U district. The U district is the fucking university district where Bruce Lee had a kung fu school and everything. I crossed the fucking thing. And as I crossed to go get whatever, who's pumping gas in his car? Paul, the Korean girl's fiance. The dude who went to Washington State to get his
The original?
master's.
Oh, shit. Oh, because you're in Seattle now.
4 years later, I forgot all about Washington. I'm looking. He's looking at me, bro. And as I walk up to him, I put my hand down, and dog, this is 2 years later. This kid started crying. He goes, you don't understand how much I loved her. I can't believe you fucked her. I loved her. He goes, I was gonna go home and propose to her. And dog, for like a week, I felt like dog shit.
Wait, I thought they were broken up. They weren't broken up either?
No, they just, they left it open, and if they saw each other, they were in love. But she waited like a week. That motherfucker wasn't even, he didn't even get an apartment, and I was already having relations with him.
That is pretty quick. But that's crazy.
How crazy is that? And I hugged him. I gave him my number. I go, listen, man, we were all in a bad position. And he's like, she was a fucking whore. And she just started crying and crying. I'm like, no, she wasn't a whore. You left, Julie left, you put us in a fucking bad position. I tried that hand. He kept crying.
People tend to do that.
No, I felt really fucking bad.
I know.
That's not what I intended to do. I didn't think they were going to get back together. She was crazy. She was hot, smart, filthy smart, and fucking crazy. Like, I would pick my daughter up and then have to pick her up. And, dog, if my daughter fell asleep, she'd say, what are we doing? And I go, we're in a fucking car. Like, are you fucking crazy with my kid in the back? Like, that's how out there she was.
Yeah. I mean, you messed up, but it's also, if she was going to do that with somebody, it's not like it was like only you.
Listen, we all have a
probably
little
saved
Asian
him.
persuasion. I never thought anything of myself to even get myself in that position. But between the drugs and the fucking missing the white girl and all that shit. That's what happens. I'm not copping. I'm not, I was wrong.
Dude,
but
going through a breakup is tough.
Looking at it now, yeah, I fucked up big time.
Yeah.
And I can't find that girl today.
Which one?
The Korean one reached out to me in 2000. Here's the funny thing. You ready, ladies and gentlemen? The Korean reached out to me when The Longest Yard came out on Latino.com, LatinoComedians.com. There was a private messaging. Yeah, it was Gabriel Iglesias and the kid Jimmy from El Paso's website. And she left me a message going, ready? How you doing? Congratulations. I always knew this is what you wanted. Please don't email me back. Nothing disgusting. Because, we were crazy. When we spoke, it was crazy shit. And she goes, I share this email with my husband. She goes, I married a Cuban guy and I live in North Bergen, New Jersey. And my kids go to Robert Fulton. And I've always wanted to ask Rago's ex-wife, what happened to them? This is 2005. It's 20 years ago. The girls are gone. The girls got to be in college. They just graduated college.
And you never responded nicely?
I could not respond because she emailed me through a website which didn't really give me her email.
Got it.
She thought I had her email. And every time I come back, I was like, maybe I go to Robert Fulton and find out where she's at to say hello to her kids. She married a Cuban dude.
And
the
lives in
kids are
North
Cuban
Bergen.
and Korean.
That's wild. She has a
Yeah,
type.
they're probably your age, Nick. 91. So, nah. Because this is 2005. So, yeah, Reverend Robert Fulton. That's crazy, guys. So let me tell you about my fucking weekend. Just so you motherfuckers know. I love you guys, and I love people. But there's a line in Goodfellas that I heard when I first went to see that movie, and my head blew up because that's exactly who I am. And since then, so it's 1991, and I was always like that before that. And the line was, we always hung out, but there was never no outsiders. Never no outsiders. People do what the fuck they want to do. When I was 20, I'd tell you to send your cousin home and you go home with him. I was one of those guys. There's somebody in North Bergen I love dearly, but I could not hang out with him because he always brought his younger cousin. What we were involved in, I didn't want that kid to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the cops come, he's going to talk. Okay? I would say it differently, I wanted to protect the kid, but I knew. They're from a different generation. We're 18, living like gangsters, and he would bring this 16-year-old kid, and the kid, and he doesn't do coke, and then the kid behind his back, come on, give me a bump. Don't bring him around no more, okay? There was a fucking reason. So then all this comedy shit happens, and you have to do things. And last fucking November, I started trying to just get out of my house. I just want to get out of the house, man. I just want to be a normal person and be able to go to a bar or a restaurant and people don't come up to you and fucking, what size is Joe Rogan's foot? I don't fucking know, So by January, I knew it was a waste of time. People have no manners. They don't give a fuck if you're on mushrooms. They don't give a fuck if they're on coke. They'll continue to give you any beating. So I said, I'm just going to smoke pot and go to my original plan. And from time to time, I do my thing. I play bocce. I go to the gym. I go to jiu-jitsu. And I'm pretty fucking cool in those places. So it's fucking Labor Day, right? What is it this weekend? I get invited to a couple barbecues. I know the people on Saturday. I go to their house. Cool as shit. Great barbecue. Kids. My daughter's in the pool. Blah, blah, blah. They had, oh my God. They had a caterer from Staten Island. The fucking sausage and peppers were out of this fucking world. The dog out of this world. Anyway, Sunday I got invited to another barbecue. And I loved the guy. I just went to dinner with him last week. And he goes, I go, who's going to be there? This guy, that guy, this guy. I know these people. And he goes, a couple of my friends. I go, all right. You know what? At least as I have cover, I'll be okay. And the party was great. I had a great time, guys. The food was great. Pizza was shitty. The food was great. The company was great. I saw people I hadn't seen before. The kids got huge. These are the kids that she first played softball with. So it's about 8 o'clock last night. I made some brownies this weekend that was so fucking good. They were so fucking good. It was 5-year-old. It was 4-year-old weed mixed in different levels. In fact, when I went into them, you could see the different colors. It was like going into the earth: clay, cement, Indian ink. You know, it was all that.
Like
shit.
the stuff when you put nugs in a
Yeah.
jar and then you take it out. Yeah. I'm excited to do something with that.
I was pissed because there was a couple nugs. I'm like, God damn it, I'm not going to take these nugs now. Forget it. But I had 2 joints left, and I gave them to a friend of mine. I gave one to a friend of mine, and she called me back. She goes, that is the best. This joint had to be 2 or 3 years old. And she's like, that's the best joint I ever smoked. I couldn't stop giggling. Me and my girls laughed for 2 hours. I go, I got one more left. You want? And she called back. She goes, you ever get more? I go, that's the last one. But I remember I had that 10. So my wife had that, not the fucking Betty Crocker one, but the other one, the Guadalajara. What is it? No, not, I just said, not Giardelli. And I go, buy some walnuts.
Ooh.
You know me, I don't give a fuck. You're allergic. You're going to go down any way you put it. I'm either going to get you with one or with the other, you know, so it don't matter. So,
I don't give a fuck if you're allergic.
yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to listen to that nonsense. If you're allergic, deal with it, okay?
Well, you're not eating my brownies.
Yeah, at least you're going to be scratching and your throat's going to be swollen, but you're going to be high as a motherfucker, right? So, my wife mixed up the batter. We throw the walnuts in, whatever the fuck they are, almonds, I don't even know. And I get up there and I get a frying pan. I spray it down with the olive oil spray. I keep it down to a small thing, and I just start throwing weed in there. Fwah, fwah, and a little butter. Fwah, fwah. And it's slow, and all of a sudden I see it start, and I start hitting that motherfucker. And right from there, I'm tipping it right into the batter, and she's over there stirring it, and I'm throwing more on. Fwah, like an Italian pizza maker when he throws the fwah, fwah. He throws the powder on it, and I'm cooking this motherfucker. Butter, olive oil, flames are coming everywhere. I'm like fucking the Cuban chef, right? And all of a sudden, I looked at the tub. I took the top hand off just to make sure. I don't like shit like that. I don't like freezer burn. So I took the top, threw it in the garbage, and the rest was and it was down to maybe a ½ inch, and I said, that's it. And man, I started licking that thing. Ooh, before those brownies came out, I was already humming. So finally the brownies came out on Saturday, right? Was it Saturday? So Saturday night I ate them. Oh my God. You don't think my tolerance is off the batter. Like off the chain, like I felt something, but I kept smoking weed, and I went to bed Saturday night because the honeymooners weren't on because it was college football and it wasn't even Hawaii, and I got up at 2 a.m. to pee. Oh fuck, I was fucked up it was completely different than I've ever felt.
Oh Jesus!
It was like deep. My arm was numb and shit. The first time I woke up, the room was cold. And I actually broke down. I had to get a hooded sweatshirt and put it on and grab the cap and put them on me. And I'm like, how high am I? And I looked at my wife. She was fine. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? That's how high I was. My body was shaking, dog.
Oh my God. And you have no idea how many milligrams at all or anything because you just
wasn't even worried about it. Wasn't even flogging my mind. I didn't give a fuck. I wanted an edible to take me down for a few days.
What?
So Sunday,
What are you?
I told the barbecue people that I had made these edibles, and there's 2
Oh.
lunatics there. There's a woman and a guy. The guy's like, bring me a little piece. Well, I gave him a nice piece. And the chick, as soon as I walked in, it was the corner. She picked it up, George, and just started taking bites out of it. And I'm like, oh, this bitch is going to die. I got to take this away from her. And I gave her a piece of mushroom. So she was 3/4 in, and then he ate a little piece, and I took another big bite. And that was the end of that. I gave him the rest to put in the cabinet. I have not heard from him yet today. He has not even contacted me at all. We were supposed to cook steaks today. He did not even fucking.
He's in no shape
I
for
spoke to the
cooking.
lady, and she said that she got home, and thank God she was in bed because she didn't feel her legs, that she had water by her, and, just hilarious. But it was her, another mom, the coach's wife, and another mom, And we're sitting there talking about, when do you get in trouble? When you get in trouble as a kid when you come home at 3 and your parents aren't home till 5, and you start searching through shit, and you find like stupid shit that belongs to your parents. You find like your mom's vibrator, but you don't know what it is. You think it's her back massager or whatever. So, that's the first thing you find. And 5 out of 10 motherfuckers sniff it. They don't even know.
You start using it.
They put that little mom's vibrator in their nose and give it a whiff. See, you're older. For us, it was the period bag, the thing that hung behind the douche bag, and they put the nozzle in their pussy and they swallowed the hot bottle. It was really a hot water bottle with a contraption to wash your monkey.
Oh.
Any woman, any house I went to as a kid,
right,
I always sniffed it if they was hanging there. Oh, I didn't care if it was your grandmother, your mother, your sister.
You knew what? Like you knew.
Oh yeah. After I found out that everybody had one and women stuck it up their pussy, I wanted to sniff. I would sniff your bras first. Like if you ever go to a woman's house and she hangs her bras behind the bathroom door.
Why are you going into these places?
Because I want to see if they.
You're just creeping around their house. Like usually, like to put the bras like in their personal bathrooms.
It's like my godmother, my mom's friend.
Weird.
I go over there and I gotta pee it, and I run right to the bathroom to see if the lady left a bra out. I'd be sniffing the bra snap, and I wouldn't jerk off her. I was too young. I would get like a little dizzy and all excited. But I had a particular godmother. Aunt. She was an aunt. And she was hot since the time I met her. My mom even knew. My mom goes, "You like her?" Oh, fuck yeah. Her hair was... She didn't put her head down. She's a Cuban professor. Out of all my mother's friends, she was married to a gangster, but she knew nothing of that world. She was the best mom you ever saw. I miss her to death, and she died, and her and I weren't on good terms. So I never felt good about that. But, bro, when I was a kid... Like you saw her as a mom. But one night she did something at my house and I saw her putting her hair up. Dog, I went into like my whole body was hard. And I remember telling my mom, and she's like, "You like women with long hair?" I'm like, "Did you see her fucking hair?" Like when she was bundling it up, I was like fucking. So I always liked her. So anytime I went to her house, I always sniffed her bra for a couple of years. And then like a year later, I found out what that tube was for. And I would sniff that motherfucker like I was one of those hounds looking for Rambo.
And you weren't even jerking off; you were just sniffing it.
I was just sniffing it, like when you sniff like a. You ever got a chocolate eclair from the Good Humor Bar?
Sure.
And you want to sniff it to make sure you pay 35 cents. You don't want another. You don't want a fucking artificial. You don't want a fugazi, right? You want the real deal, so you sniff it.
Right, of course, who doesn't? You sniff a lot of shit, dude.
You have to.
What are you talking about? Are you sniffing ice cream bars? Is that what you're saying? They're coming for you.
No, they're coming for you.
Why me? You're talking about sniffing tube. Dude, the worst word you used was nozzle.
The what?
You called it a nozzle that you were sniffing. Oh.
It's skinny up on top. Listen how it is. It's skinny up on top, and then it goes out so they can put it in their monkey. It shrinks, but the end has like 19 tubes, so water comes out into all the part of the monkey. I would sniff each individual tube one by one. I would get the toothpick and clean it out. You ever do that? You clean it out with a toothpick and sniff the other side. You get like a condensed pubic hair.
Where would you get toothpicks from? You brought toothpicks from?
No, I get it from fucking Chicken Delight. When they come over, they fucking give you toothpicks. I don't fucking know, Lee.
Holy shit. How is it? Did you ever get caught?
No, nobody ever knew. I forgot for years until I was like 16 and I did it again. And I'm like, oh. No, dog. I can't even say this. I dated a girl that her monkey was so good when she'd take a shower, I get her underwear, sniff, and bang one out when she was in the shower and come in the panties. That's how sick I am. I'm a sick dog. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, back to the Christian minute. Anyway. Yeah. So.
Holy shit.
Guys, and I try to tell you, I'm a good egg dog. And I try a lot of fucking things. But sometimes you get high and you get comfortable. And then something happens and you're like, you know what, man? This is why I don't go out. So last night I'm talking to these moms. And we're talking about 3 to 5. What happens to kids from 3 to 5? They snoop, how we all snooped. And I look at this guy at the table, and he's got his phone looking at me. And the mom that I'm sitting next to is a teacher. And she's cool, but she's skinny but tough. And that mom is not the mom you want to mingle with. Okay?
Why not?
Because she's crazy, and she'll tell you, and she's beautiful, but she'll tell you where to go. I've seen her do it. So I'm looking at this dude, and finally, the mom goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I go, "Are you taping me?" And he goes, "Jesus. Oh, Jesus." He's hammered, the guy. But I know the guy. Like, I don't know him great, but I know I've seen him around.
Oh, really? It was
Yeah.
oh, Jesus.
And this lady went off. This lady's like, "I'm a teacher. We were over here talking about kids. What the fuck are you taping me for?" And then this lady's like, "You better fucking delete that, motherfucker." It went like that. It got like that at fucking 8:30 at night. I'm on fucking,
I love that the women were like angrier than
they
you.
fucking made him erase it. The guy's like, "Okay." And then the guy took him like 3 minutes to get up. He got up, he went, and he was so embarrassed. He packed his kids, and he went out first. His wife had to go looking for him. Then he sent his wife in. I wasn't angry, guys. I wasn't angry. And I don't feel, I'm not going to say, I felt violated. I didn't. But now
That's
you
weird.
know. Now you know. Why? I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know, because that's what are you going to do? Post it on YouTube?
yeah. Well, honestly, I think they're not even, they just want to prove to their friends that they saw you, maybe.
It doesn't matter, Lee.
No, I'm not saying it's a great answer.
Lee, they show it to you. Let's say I go to work tomorrow, okay? And I work with a cool fucking dude, and I work with a cool dude, and you're a cool dude. You're Jewish.
Thank you.
But I'm over there talking about, no, but I'm not saying a funny thing. He's just Jewish.
I am.
But you're a different type of Jew. Not you with me and our relationship.
Right.
The dude at work who's a fucking boss.
Right.
And all of a sudden he plays, and you're like, "Oh, I like him." But all of a sudden I go, fucking the Jews in Jersey are the ones that killed Jesus. What if you're one of those Jews that gets offended? Which, I don't know if you know the Jews from Jersey, the ones like by Short Hills.
Oh, God.
I'm not calling nobody out here, but they're a little different. There's Bergen County has some Jewish areas. They're a little different. And they're cool, but they'll get offended, is what I'm trying to say. I don't need that in my life. You follow what I'm saying to you?
Right.
I don't need this guy going to his temple on Saturday and said, my friend taped Joey Diaz at a barbecue saying anti-Semitic fucking jokes. Do you
Right.
understand me? Because in our world, we fuck around like that. I met a Panamanian today. We talked about Chinese food in Panama. He says it's the best.
Older than New York.
Szechuan.
Oh,
He
shit.
said the
sounds good.
Szechuan is hands down. It's as authentic as can be. Anyway, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
You were saying something.
No, I was talking about the fucking dude with the tape recorder. That's what I
Right.
was saying.
That's wild. 'Kay, and that, you don't, you feel pretty comfortable, like, around, like, you've never had an issue with
If
around
you
your
invite
house.
me to your house, I'm comfortable.
Right.
Don't come to me late and go, "That dude was a reporter from the New York Times."
Mhm.
Like, by the way, that girl is the reporter from the New York Times, and you were talking about Epstein and the list and trying to be funny. Well, why did you even have her here?
Right.
Like, so when you invite me to your home, it's because we cool. It's because if I want to take a joint out and spark it, if there's children there, I would never do something like that. And if there's children next door, I wouldn't do it. But you know what I'm saying.
Dude, I had someone do it once, and he's a comic that I know, but he was just audio recording, like, a group of comics talking. I was like, "Can you not?" And he was like, "Oh, I just sometimes," and I don't know what it's about, to be honest.
And today, listen, 10 years ago, we sell the tapes. 10 years ago, this is Lunch with Uncle Joey. You get $10 on fucking iTunes. We go to Rudy's, we talk shit, we go to Chinese. "Hey, Chino, where's the
Right.
spare ribs?" But guess what? You do that today, you don't know who's going to get offended.
Right.
So that $10 you're making minus the 82% that goes to iTunes, right? What goes to iTunes? You get a check from iTunes. It's fucking, rabbit eyes, right? It's fucking whatever rabbit is. So is it worth it? That's what I'm trying to say to you. Like,
Right.
we could do it ourselves. If we want to tape our conversations, there's no more brilliant conversations than us at dinner time when we go to the Greek restaurant and you get the fucking cheese with the Greek hair on top of it. Whatever the fuck you got.
I like feta cheese. But,
No, but
has anyone ever tried to do it with mercy?
what do you mean?
Like, have they started like you might have been angrier if it was like you and Mercy together, or it was just Mercy? Like, has anyone like tried to take pictures with Mercy in public?
No. I've seen like people trying to take pictures of me and Mercy at a restaurant or something. What do you want me to do?
I don't want you to do anything, but
As long as they don't come over, what are you gonna do? Post it on Reddit that I'm having lunch with my daughter?
you're actually cool. I would get upset. No one like I'm not
If he approaches me
right.
and starts talking stupidity, yeah, I'm gonna get upset like any other parent would. You're with your child. This doesn't mean, I would never go up to fucking Doug Jeter when he's with his kids. I don't even know if he's got kids. But, I wouldn't go up to Derek Jeter if he's eating with his two daughters
No.
and say, what? Derek, 1994, I was there. Leave the guy alone. And his daughters are popping up, and he's looking at you like, yeah, you fucking idiot. Because that's what they're looking at you, thinking.
They have.
You with your fucking family.
They probably can't go out to eat. Like you probably those people of that like celebrity.
Derek Jeter goes out to eat.
But where does he
there's
go?
3 motherfuckers in the room.
Oh, they just take the whole
There's a
restaurant.
guy sitting on the table next to him with a woman. There's a guy over there, and there's a guy over there, and the restaurant's on high alert. Because if I'm eating at your restaurant, that means you got to kind of protect me.
Right.
It's the same thing. I need to know my clientele. I need to know that George doesn't work for TMZ.
Right.
I know that Lisa Ayat's coming in that night. So I'm going to double cover the table. First, I'm not going to let a lot of people know about specials. I'm going to keep that Tuesday low. But then you have situations where, hey, we went to a Knick game. We're hungry. I can't clear the house then.
No. Right.
I don't know who's in there now at 10:30 at night. It could be, and I come in with 8 guys.
And it definitely happens.
Because all you need is, you don't need to be doing coke. But one of your friends doing coke, and that's it. I'm not ruined. I'm not ruined because people know I'm not doing coke. But think about that. Like, your friends are what do people say? The people you hang with or your whatever. You are who you hang out with. So these are things you have to clear also.
Right. Dude, people are getting weird. I actually you know me, in the 15 years we've been together, I don't really get into like physical or like yelling altercations with anybody. I got into it with someone at a dispensary this weekend, and I pulled into a dispensary, and these 2 guys, not cops, but were like parked how cops park if they want to just chat. And I just got in and I just tapped on my horn because I couldn't get around them. They went and I parked, and the dude started yelling at me and saying like, "Hey, you should have more patience." And I just said, "Hey, dude, I didn't go on my horn and yell at them, but I have shit like they don't know where like I'm getting medicine for my mom. Like there's
right the moment before
exactly. I was thinking about that's why I wanted to bring it up, and like." He was actually a worker at the dispensary, and he got so in my face that this other customer like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I was okay. Like I'm never gonna like punch anybody, but like I've got kind of like I felt like I've never had someone come at me for something like that, and it's especially when you work at the place. And I was like, so
he worked there?
Yeah, he worked there. So I even talked to the manager. I was like, "Hey man, I'm sorry. I don't want him to get him fired, but like he shouldn't be yelling at me for when he's blocking the driveway. Like there was no way to, and then it's not like there was tons of room to get around him. I couldn't get around anybody. And like they felt bad. They gave me a bunch of money off. It's a good dispensary. But it was like I just like think what we're talking about, like what's going on with people, and I think just like it's more on edge or something. Or
I'm having a conversation with George, so fuck Lee behind me.
Right.
And fuck the day he's having.
Right.
As soon as I pull up, I got about 10 seconds grace period, okay? As soon as I pull up to you and you're talking to me going, "Yeah, I just meet you at the studio." Yeah, if you stop, you get batteries. That's it. There's no other conversation.
Right.
And there's people who acknowledge you and will keep talking. And what are you going to do? Those are the same people that when you bang them with the car, they're going to down 911.
Right. Oh, of course.
Now you got 2 against 1.
I
We only here for a second. And he came yelling, and now you look like a fucking idiot. Now you got to get an attorney, a private investigator to get the cameras from all the businesses before they do.
Right. And even like just park, there was tons of parking spaces. They were just blocking the entire entrance.
This is welcome to the fucking city. Welcome to Bergen Line Avenue. I don't know what Jersey City and what Hoboken is like and what the rest of the other counties are like, but this is it. People would just pull over. How about the people who just pull over? Dog, I've had people cut me off and stop for a yellow coat. Like not even like give it a try. Like just pull over and stop. And you're like, dog, you're lucky I'm not that guy because you would have gone through the windshield.
Oh, absolutely.
I would have killed you. I would have killed you. And I have, you cannot, but dog, you got to drive with higher relevance now. Like you got to know what's around you. The days of 800 milligrams and going for a drive.
No.
Because you don't know where they're going to come out of.
Dude, I did do something a little childish, and I wanted to do more. But as I was leaving the dispensary, behind the entrance, they had like 6 parking cones, like big ones, like as tall as me. So I looked around and it wasn't there. And I took one, I put it behind his car. It would have taken him 3 seconds to to put it back. But like I wanted to take them all, like surround his car with him. But I was like, I'll get caught doing that. But one cone, I just wanted to like for 1 second piss him off that it was me. But it was I've never, you know me, dude. I don't get in fights with anybody.
Oh, it's a different world out there. And once you leave the house, you got to be prepared for anything. People pull over, they cut you off, they just stop. They will stop there. We go to eat dinner every once in a while, and we double park. And it's okay, But think of those people that get in the car and you're not around.
Oh, yeah.
And they got to wait. And their fucking uncle just died. He got hit by a car in Paramus crossing the street. I mean, it's the same shit.
Oh.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, here we are again. I'm not saying that we're bad people for doing it, but
we're all hypocrites.
We're all hypocrites.
Like, remember Laurel Canyon going north, and people would just kind of scoop around at the end, and some people will just sit there and get pissed off, and you'll do it, but then sometimes you'll just fucking, I gotta go, and when it's you doing it, it's okay. But when it's everyone else, they're fucking assholes.
I would do it all the time.
Oh, yeah. I don't think you ever stopped.
I never stopped.
You just went on the right until the very end. Oh.
And that's what we're fucking hypocrites. But I don't listen. One thing I'll never forget. Lee, tell him the day we were going somewhere, and a cop. There was traffic on a Monday.
Oh,
remember?
Were you going to the doctor?
Traffic.
Yeah.
No, we were going somewhere at 8 a.m.
Yeah, I think
on a Monday fucking morning. You and I were going somewhere in Burbank, and it's bumper to bumper traffic. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And we get to the thing. It's a cop, and the guy couldn't park this way. He parked like this to be an asshole. So now cars had to go around. This is California. They're scared. No, you go. 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 Fucking Hugo is never coming back. And they fucking sat there. And by the time we get there, I go, I wonder what's going on, Lee. And it's a homeless guy puking, and 2 cops like shaking him down. Like, this is Monday at 7:45. This is your job. And I remember beeping at him. He's shit. Beep, beep, move the fucking car.
Dude, I was driving, and you fucking beeped my car and started yelling at the cops. You cocksuckers. And I'm like 25 tops.
You can't be this fucking stupid. You're here to protect and serve. How are you protecting and serving right now? If you come after me, I'm going to take a picture of your car and show the lieutenant. It's Monday at 7:40, Lou. Look at this fucking car. Yeah, I'm going to go right in there. Lou, where's the Lou over here? That's how they call him on other TV shows. Where's Lou? Lou, let me talk to you. It's Lieutenant Grable. Lou, let me talk to you, okay? Cut this shit because I'll call over your head, too. I'll get the fucking Puerto Rican and the public safety, and me and him start habloing. You won't be looking too fucking good, okay? And don't let me mention Joe Rogan podcast and shit. I got fired up. I'm sorry. I got all. Anyway, I'm fired up because something's happening. Listen, I don't know if you guys know. This is my time of the year. My dick gets hard right now. That's it. It's over. the stupid shit is over. Think about it. That's it. You jumped around all year. Yeah, I'm going to get that tooth fixed. You know. Well, guess what? It's September, motherfucker. It's scary for some people. I get scared. So I get so scared that I go, okay, because we got 4 months left. You got 4 months to make it happen.
Sort of.
Yeah. No, think about it.
But it's just
You
continuous.
jumped up
Life
and
is
down all
continuous.
year. Everybody had a good time. You went to the Bavarian Festival with the fucking, Andale, whatever that sword is called, the joust. That's it.
I like the Andale Festival better.
What is it?
Renaissance Fair.
Yeah, the Andale Festival. Everybody fucking is having
The
a good
Mexican
time all
version of
year.
it.
And now you look at yourself and you go, that's it. Either my kids aren't going to school, but Halloween's next month, and before you put your mask in the oven, fuck it, it's Thanksgiving. I mean, Halloween don't even hit, and all of a sudden you're seeing commercials with pilgrims and the fucking Bavarian Festival and all those people with a turkey leg. And before you put that turkey leg in your mouth, there's a Christmas ad already. So this is the time of the year you could be a fucking do's and bots, or you could shine a little bit.
They have Halloween candy already.
Who gives a fuck? Okay, only you would look at that shit. That shit's terrible for you now.
I know I'm not eating
it's
it.
It's not Halloween candy. It's fucking poison. Trust me when I'm telling you. I've sampled all of them. Terrible. I got kids. Everything is bad. Everything.
What do you mean it's bad?
Everything is bad. They have destroyed everything. They make a sugar-free licorice that I was really into until my eyeball almost came out. And I started regular heartbeats and shit. All that shit. It's just, even chocolate. Like, I love Almond Joy like a motherfucker. You understand me? You go into CVS to get a prescription.
Right.
They always got that double pack Almond Joy. It's a goner.
That's your bar?
No, I like the caramel clusters too.
Those are good.
And they come in a 4-pack too.
Shit.
Yeah, CVS gives you diabetes. They care nothing about you.
Dude.
Sell me a single, like, remember the single peanut butter?
Right.
For years, they had a double, but you could always buy a single if you were a fat fuck and you wanted just to make peace with yourself. They don't have that no more for the fat fuck. They don't even give you that. Now they sell you 4.
King size.
4 cups?
4 cups.
That's great.
No, it's not great, Lee. You're trying to fucking live without shooting yourself in the stomach every day with a needle. That's what you're trying to do.
I don't eat candy. That's when I'm getting no.
It's
That's when I'm
Pinocchio
getting bad.
time.
That's when I'm getting bad. I swear to God, I don't go to like CVS and buy shit anymore.
Okay, no.
But on the way home from the dojo, we stopped at the pharmacy and we split the 2-pack of the new Oreo Reese's, the Reese's cup with an Oreo in it. Dude, it was so good.
That's what I'm talking about. What are you, 10?
What do you mean? You love both of those things.
But I wouldn't put them together.
Yes, you would.
No, I would not, Lee. Stop.
Why?
I just told you what I do. Because that's what you're doing. You're the type of guy that goes into a pizza place and there's a slice of cheese, or there's a slice of cheese with ziti and a lizard eye and chicken, and you'll get that. Something that you wouldn't even eat separately. I've seen you. I've been around you 15 fucking
I
years.
would eat Reese's cups and Oreos separately.
No, Lee, you don't need that shit.
I don't need it. That's why we split it.
Anyway, stupid. Let me tell you what's going on in 2 days. You know
Okay.
what's going on?
I don't know.
That's what I'm talking about. But he knows about Reese's and fucking what is it? Oreos. Wait till you get mugged.
Jesus Christ. When it
You
happens.
gotta think about those Oreos. You should have had an apple or a protein bar.
We did have it.
Or a fucking protein milkshake.
I had 1 Reese's cup.
One Reese's cup. No, you
You
didn't.
just talked about packs of 4s.
You split a 2-pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 1.
So 2 divided by 2 is 4.
No.
I know you. 2 and 2, there's 4. So divide
What are
that.
you talking about 4?
Anyway, listen, I don't want to argue about you. All of a sudden you get all Jewish on me. What are you talking about 4? It comes in a fucking 4-pack, and you split it with your wife. That's 2 apiece where I come from.
They only have 2 packs of those, but go ahead. I want to hear
Anyway.
about this, what's happening in 2 days.
So this week is something big. Look, this time of the year, because it all comes true. It's fucking football season, Lou. That's what's going on.
Yes, sir.
Is your head far up your ass from that joust that you don't know that this Thursday is fucking football season?
I can't wait. I do know, but I don't.
Listen, I don't have a favorite team. I don't want to hear your sorrows. All right? I don't want to hear about fucking New England and Tommy Porkchop, whatever his name. He's never going to play.
Oh, yeah,
okay?
he's never going to
Leave
play.
him alone. This poor
If he
bastard.
plays, things are going
He's
bad.
going to make a big difference. Leave me alone, George.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited for
Tommy
football.
Cutlets.
Tommy Cutlets.
Tommy Cutlets. He knows his whole career. I get him on the podcast. Listen, I don't want no Tommy Cutlets on the podcast, right? He's going to show up with the agent looking like a Halloween costume. Leave me the fuck alone, okay? I can just see that idiot negotiating with the New England Patriots right now. And they're like, guy, come here. We'll give you 30 grand. Get rid of him. Like, we'll pay him off. Like, we're a professional organization. Okay, I don't know what the Giants, they're eating ring dings down there in Jersey, in Autismville.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking talking to you. But this is the New England Patriot Organization. I don't know who you work for with your slimy black suit that you rented from
And the
where
hat.
black people rent their suits and shit for weddings and funerals. Right or wrong?
And didn't he
Shows
have
up
like
to-
a whole...
He shows up to a nationally televised game on a Monday to MetLife Stadium looking like a fucking hologram of a fucking retard dressed in a hologram. Black with a white hat on or whatever he had. Come on, bro. Give me a fucking break. Like, this couldn't be that more embarrassing than what it is. And the poor bastard, the kid was bartending in Jersey City or Hoboken 2 weeks before that. God bless him. It's a Rocky story. But if you're going to go on a Rocky, go on with Mick, not with Dick, okay? If you're going to go on to, like, Rocky, open up your eyes and go, you know what? Let me call fucking Pacquiao's people or something. Let me call Montana. Let me call Aaron Rodgers and see if he can help me. He shows up with his uncle's friend from the dock. And that's what these idiots do. They go, yeah, but he knows people. He don't know nothing. He's been on the dock. He's on the bottom rink over there on the dock. He's your manager now. He rents a suit. And that's what it is. And it's a shame that nobody took Tommy Cutlets and said, listen, man, this is the NFL. You can't show up with that fucking moron. We got to go big here. So what? You're not getting that much money, but at least what did Jackie Gleason, what was his big quote? You could be broke, but as long as you have your shoes are shine and you look the part and you go in there, you just, he said something beautiful. And that's what it is. You're making a presentation. Why would you? And then, all right, you want to show up with him until you get somebody? I get it. But then show up on Monday Night Football with him? Yeah, the people in Newark are jumping up and down. That's my boy. He bought that suit from me. He eats pizza here. He likes the eggplant here. You know what I'm saying? God bless. But that's not the guy you want to talk to the NFL with. That's the guy you go like to a school play. You know what I'm saying? That's the guy like you go to like to sign autographs at a pizza place because that's what he was doing. You're in the NFL court. You think Joe Montana ever signed autographs at a pizza place? You think this is fucking funny? It ain't funny. This is what happens when you move to the state. They're crazy. I worked 30 years of my life to go to some pizza place at American Mall and sign stuff. Are you fucking retarded with some guy with a suit on? Hey, quesadilla. Give me a fucking break. Anyway, I got all fired up on that. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I remember when I moved here, I was like, I'm thinking about firing my agency. And I'm going to meet with a guy. And I met with that guy. And I let the time dictate. Just to let you guys know. I let life dictate. I'm not going to drop no names. The guy had a couple guys he was handling. So I said, where would you like to go? I thought the guy would say Vito's in the Lower East Side or Ponte Vecchio's in Brooklyn or some fucking Italian name. What's your joint? The place where you get the sandwiches? Casaldo's. Cuomo's. Yeah, I went to, no, the other place. We get the chicken franchise. Cavazos. I thought the guy would drop a name like that. He dropped like IHOP.
For your like big business
And
meeting?
I bumped him to a diner.
Oh, nice.
To not a good diner. I just said, I'll meet you at the diner. Do you know this motherfucker showed up with a Yankee ham?
What?
What's the shit you cut and put on eggs?
Cream cheese?
Where? In Jewville? This is Jersey. Who shows up with a fucking thing of cream cheese? Taylor? No, the other one. Pork roll. He showed up with a pork roll. Here's the best pork roll. A gift for you. And I'm like, you just lost me. I'm about to put an envelope in your pocket, and you show up with a pork roll at a diner down the block from my house. We're going places. You're going your own fucking, you know what I'm saying? The presentation, the whole thing.
Right.
That's the whole thing at that level.
And it's crazy. Like, you knew immediately that it was not going to happen.
Immediately, as soon as he showed up with the pork roll. There's no reason to talk. I got that and gave it to a friend up the corner. But think about, you know what I'm saying? Like, guys, remember a couple weeks ago, 8 weeks ago on the podcast, I said that you become a professional when you become a professional. You decide. It's your decision. When you look around one day and go, what the fuck is going on in my life? There was a booker I always depended on. Remember him, George, in the city? Always depended on this guy. Loved him. I trusted him. And every time was a story. The job started Wednesday through Sunday, and it was this amount of money. By the time I flew in on the plane, Lee, constantly. Now it was Friday one show and Saturday one show, and they were going to send me a check in the mail. I didn't want to mention his fucking name. Jesus Christ. So one day I made a decision. I'm not talking to that guy anymore. And everything changed. He called me for like a year. Once a year, he still calls me and texts me. I got a gig for you. I don't even, because I had to get out of that. And you had to say no to him if I wanted another. It's the same shit. You got to close one door before you open up another one. It's the same shit. It's tough to do because you're going to miss that. But at the end of the year, what was he really paying me?
Right.
What was he paying me? Every time I came here was a story. My money for the plane ticket. There was always a problem with the hotel. They're going to only pay half. And then you find out they gave him everything.
Right.
He stole it right from you. And what are you going to do? Go down there and throw him out a window? You knew better. You fucking knew better. And this is what you get for being a gavone. Because in your mind, you're playing in the city, but you're really not. You're playing in Newkirk, New Jersey, in penguin weather.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? Now when you get here, you ask Nick for a ride, and Nick's like, I ain't got 4 hours. 4 hours? Where am I going? You're going an hour from Lake Placid. You're going to go for $400? What the fuck are you thinking?
Right.
Shoot yourself. But you get caught up in, well, I'm going to come back and stay on Nick's balcony because I stayed on your uncle's balcony, so I know. But I'm going to go to the Bronx. And then I would go to these fucking places and showcase or whatever. But I was just spinning my wheels. And I was losing money. And I did this once a month. I would take one of his fucking stupid gigs. Pittsburgh, just to be, well, I'll showcase at the Funny Bone on Monday. There's no showcase at the Funny Bone on Monday. I don't want to see your rapid ass. You just did a hotel on the other side of town. You follow me?
Right.
So it's the presentation. It's like when you go to a shitty restaurant, you go to a good restaurant. If they give you the same fucking meat, the same potatoes, and the same stupid carrots, and they design the dish differently, your mind does that. Your mind does that on its own. We don't even need to go to if I go to Bruce's, your brother-in-law's a chef. He knows how to decorate a plate. He'll make 4 ounces of meat look like 22. That's what he went to school to do. Well, he's a different type of dude. He'll make 4 ounces look like 2 ounces and tell you it's 6 ounces. You know what I'm saying? But you follow what I'm saying to you?
Right.
So it's whatever you show the I like Tommy Cutlets. I think he's a good quarterback.
Oh, shit.
But to show up on Monday Night Football with an agent dressed like that, like I said,
But like, where does because to me it also like he'll be like, I'm loyal, and you talk about loyalty a lot.
Loyalty, that's when I go to Lee. Listen, we've been together for 6 years. I've gotten 3 car dealership offers where I go wash a car for charity. And then every other Sunday during football season, you get me to some fucking pizza place. and I make the small 600, and I come home and I got to take 2 showers from the garlic breath that sunk into my fucking neck and all the fake gangsters I met. All right? Let's figure this out. The NFL called. Why don't I put you at a better capacity? Why don't you become my personal manager? And I still pay you the 10. But I go in there with an agency. There's always a fucking remedy here. If you're that tight with the guy, he'll understand.
Right.
I can't show up with you. We robbed somebody in the 8th grade. God rest his soul. I love Darren Rago. I always think about it. What happened if he would be alive right now? Because I would have called him to L.A. After the fucking mishap in Colorado, when he didn't help me kidnap Bella, I wasn't going to ever let that happen again. I wanted him around all the time in case I had sudden urge to throw somebody out a window. And that dude, as long as I gave him coke and some sniffing glue, he, that's my dog. We were dogs together. So I can't imagine me getting a longest yard and flying Rago out to throw, because he would have thrown everybody on that set off the wall. He would have fought everybody, hand-to-hand combat. Fuck your mother, I'll come back with a roast beef sandwich. That type of shit. But anyway, we got to take a quick breather here and talk to you about DraftKings. I've been with them. I've been working with them for 5 years, but I've been with them for how long? Maybe 7 years. I've been a customer of theirs. I love everything they do. Every morning listen, in the morning I get up, I get coffee. I sit and look at the fucking trees. I thank God for giving me another day. And as soon as I get down there, I open up my notebook and I go right on DraftKings, because every morning I risk getting anywhere from $1 to $2 in bonus bets to $300 in casino credits, because they have a thing that you just spin the wheel, and every morning you wake up to good news. It's like going to Kohl's. Every time you go there, they give you a coupon to go. You know what I'm saying? So I love DraftKings for that. They take care of me. They're loyal. Anyway, let DraftKings do new customers. We got an offer for you. Hit it. Hey, it's fall. It's game on, kids. Pro Football Week 1 starts right now, and every touchdown gets you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Listen, it's time to stop just watching the game and start betting on it. If you're a new customer, this one's for you. You ready? Bet $5. That's it, just $5. And DraftKings is going to give you $300 in bonus bets instantly, just like that. Plus, grab $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Your season starts now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and press in code Joey. That's code Joey to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first bet of $5 or more, plus $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket. And that's a deal to have, guys. From YouTube and YouTube TV in partnership with DraftKings, well, that's where the party starts, and that's where the crown is yours. DraftKings. Download it right now, and let's get this party started, Jack. Yeah.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
We're back, Jack. So don't forget, if you're a new customer, give DraftKings a shot. If you're an old customer and you went somewhere else, it's time to go back home to Papa. Uncle Joey's there. Lee's there. We have a good time. And starting, we don't know yet. We'll just let you know. Excuse me. See, I didn't burp in my own mouth. You know what I'm saying? I burped in the microphone. The executive producer's getting a whiff of this right now. But we're going to let you know. We're going to start doing Monday Night Football through Twitter.
We're going to do it on Joey's YouTube and his Twitter account.
Yeah.
We'd like to do it. We love everyone on YouTube.
YouTube is first, but, they're going to dump us once they see smoke or a missing leg. So we're getting prepared for that. We always have, it's like you got to have backup insurance nowadays. You ever go to the doctor and like
Backup
your wife's
insurance.
insurance don't work no more. You got to use yours. And you're like, what the hell?
I don't know about backup insurance, but yeah, it's we have it's your ex. It's at Mad Flavor on
Yeah.
X.
So we'll start that on Monday night. Prizes, raffles, all coming to you from DraftKings, the king, where the crown is yours. All right, enough with that. Back to you, cocksucker. I was going to go to Austin, but I moved the date back because I want to be here for Passover, whatever comes in September. A lot of shit in my world in September. I think this week there's something. The night we're in, maybe it's next month, the 6th and the 8th. The 24th of September, big Cuban holiday, especially for me. Not for a lot of you fucking peasants. And then you have the other holiday. What's the Jew holiday in September? It's 2 days.
2 days. We have Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur.
There you go. So after all that goes down, just in case Barishnikov over there starts lighting firecrackers.
Right.
Netanyahu, I don't want to be in Austin. And then I go to Austin the last week of fucking September, walk the streets, get a little barbecue, get a couple shots from Ways to Well, and try to get healthy. That's it. That's my schedule. We got Florida this week,
Really excited.
and then we're going to
We have Virginia
Virginia.
and Maryland.
No. We're going to the casino in Maryland.
Right.
Then we're going back to Philadelphia. Back to my tickets are on sale for that. And then we go to December 6th. We go to Virginia, Caesar's Palace in Virginia. What are you oohing about, cocksucker? It's 8 hours away, and you're the only one that's got a license. But we're not driving in the car. Forget about it. You're not taking me down there in the Taurus and the fucking whatever he's got, the Twitter machine.
We are going to stream there, but we're just not going to drive there.
No, we're not going to drive in the Twitter machine. But besides that, I'm excited. Dog, this is my time of the year. I told you. My dick excels. I got up this morning. This morning was one of the best mornings of my life
Why?
because a lot of people understand. I got up about 5:30 and I went to pee. And I sat back down. I still had a hour and a half left in me. I could still go till 7. I went to bed at 10. I put the sleep apnea mask on. I laid on my side, and I feel something on my back like a needle. And I pop over, and I look, and it's my cat's paw. I don't see her. I'm like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, I just see her little nose come out from the blanket, and the blanket just happened to cover her little eyes like this. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, nothing. I'm trying to sleep, But once I looked at her, I'm like, Jesus Christ. I had to take the mask off and hug her and play with her. She was all excited. I had to scratch her nose and shit. Now it's 5:45, and I'm like, I'm up already. So, where the fuck was I going with this? I don't even know. Oh, I got up, I had some coffee, sat outside. It was a bit on the chill side, but the sun was coming out. I could tell it was going to be a beautiful day to be alive. And I just went downstairs and started writing, like what I wanted from now till December. That's it. It's the final quarter. We got to get serious. We got to wrap up the sleeves. I tried to talk, I thought about the football thing we're doing on Monday Night Footballs or Thursday, depending on the game. I mean, why waste a shitty game on you? If they're 2-12, I'm not going to watch that. 2 teams, they're both going for the number 1 draft pick. I might as well leave you at home to watch YouPorn or something. Except in Texas, you got to mimic something, whatever the fuck goes on down there. You got to fucking make believe you're at that Snappies. What's the name of the supermarket you go to that sells gasoline, Whippies, Flippies, whatever the fuck.
I have to be. Oh, Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's, yeah. You go to Buc-ee's.
But
and
how
get
do you describe it? A gas station that sells flippies? Is that what you said?
what?
What do you mean, what?
Blippies or whatever the fuck you do. But yeah, this is my time of the year because I know it goes fast. I know it goes fast. And for working Americans, I mean, the interest rate's going to go down a little bit in September, but fucking everything else is going to be expensive. Egg prices went down, but they're fucking you in the ass with everything else, from Disney to electrical power. So it's going to be a rough Christmas, so you better get that gun ready. You know what I'm saying? You better get that gun ready and that little note. Get that little disappearing ink That's how you rob a bank with disappearing ink.
How do you rob a bank with disappearing ink?
So you write the note, give me the fucking money, and by the time the cops come, there's nothing on the note. You know what I'm saying? You're like a magician. You know I'm always thinking, dog, okay?
I know you're thinking all the time. I don't know how good the thoughts are. How is this one note gonna...
We got it, Lee. It's a joke.
I know.
You're the only idiot that thinks it. Is sitting over there like, taking this shit seriously. And at 2 a.m, you'll call me, where do you get disappearing ink? Listen, I don't even know if they sell it anymore.
They
Used to
sell
be in a magician store. So then when you want to hire that magician, go ask him about disappearing ink, all right? What are you bothering me for?
I want to hire a magician so bad.
Dog, I don't want to see a magician.
I know
Remember
you
how
don't.
I told you how I feel? I will dial 911.
Oh, I want to
I
hire
am not
so
a
many
crime
magicians.
stopper, but that motherfucker will be mid-trick, and I'll have a handcuffs on him like a motherfucker. I'll press charges for child pornography charges. He showed me his dick with a...
Press charges.
What happened?
How are you gonna press charges? You don't decide the charges. Do you have
Please,
handcuffs?
English.
What do you mean?
Why are you
English?
talking to me in Yiddish? English.
Oh my God!
What happened?
Because you can't decide the charges people are getting. You don't get to go up to the cops like, well, I'm charging them with child pornography.
What happened? I'm charging him myself.
He had
I watched
cards.
Law and Order. I know what the charges are. He came in here and showed me a picture of a kid with a rain jacket on. I need that shit.
That doesn't sound like a magician to me. Oh, but I want to hire one so bad to come here for the show.
What are you, Chinese? I hire. What the fuck he saying to me? I hire. What? What happened? What happened?
I said I wanted to hire them to come to do magic during the show.
Listen, comedy, football, and magic have never been done. You ever see a Super Bowl show where they go, oh, Jocko the Great, the magician's going to come do the halftime activities. We got rid of Jay-Z. This guy's going to cut himself out of a box and then fucking eat a bullet in midair. Right? They never cancel Super Bowl for a fucking magician. Did you ever think of that? You ever see that fucking guy? You ever see fucking the redheaded guy on steroids, the comedian? Carrot Top. You ever see him at the Super Bowl?
No.
You ever see his buddy, Vince, whatever, the other magician? You ever see him at the Super Bowl? What about the guy that got eaten by a lion? You ever see him at the fucking Super Bowl? That's a reason. There's a reason. Because magic and football don't go hand in hand, okay?
Well, we're not doing actual football. We're just talking.
Listen, it's a Monday night or a Thursday night game. That's an American as apple pie. And you want to bring white voodoo in here, magician shit. I feel more comfortable with a black guy who cuts a chicken's head off. I'm going to try to get one of those too, to show you people a live Santeria event right here in the basement of love.
Oh my God. And that's better than a card trick?
Fuck yeah. Who wants to see a faggy fucking card trick? Who gives a fuck if it's the ace of spades, okay? Go to the track and bet 8 winners, then get back to me 3 nights in a row. Nikki, what are you doing over there? What are you looking at? Pornography again? I told you, get off that shit. I tell you, they got to trace your little midget fetish over there. Get your shit together. What, Lee?
What, Lee?
The shape of this shit. I give him a couple fucking hot dogs. Look what happens to him. There's no edibles here, FBI.
What do the hot dogs have to do with anything?
Because that's what's going on. I give you a couple hot dogs laced with angel dust to look at the shape of you.
Spell on that, the Renaissance fair.
Fucking Renaissance fair, Lee. You're really starting to lose it. You really just...
You
You're taking it to
get
the
a
next
crown.
level. I'd rather you go to a ghetto and say an ethnic slur and run away. I'd rather you do something like that.
I don't think that's going to go well for me.
Yeah, something that has value.
What do you mean that has value?
What you do is this:
that
practice
sounds
the
like an attack.
skateboard first, and get good on the skateboard. And after 6 months, go to a Chinese neighborhood and yell ethnic fucking things, spare ribs and shit, and let them chase you. That's better than going to some fucking fair and making believe you're some pirate. Whatever the fuck is wrong with you.
I never
And
said I was a
fairies and
pirate.
Whatever. What's next? They're gonna fuck you in the ass at one of those things. I can't wait till you come back all depressed, like a 16-year-old Catholic girl after the dance. You come back all depressed and shit with that one eye closed. What am I gonna do with you? A fucking Renaissance fan. This fucking chair, you can't get comfortable. The microphone's broken. I sip in like fucking Tom Brady. Anyway, folks, we're gonna have a great fucking September. What are you laughing about? I feel it in my balls. You know what I'm saying? I just feel good. I just feel really good again. You know, I was thinking about mental health the other day. How when I came here 5 years ago, I had a little mental health issue. I mean, listen, I'm always fucked up. And the edibles and the mushrooms and the fucking hot dogs don't help it. But I work on it, and I write, and I was in therapy for a while, and I learned how to talk it out, and I learned little fucking things, and I feel like I think it got in the middle of my comedy for a while. It really did, because I remember being on stage, and still I feel it. There's some nights I can't get through. I just can't get through. And it's the same material, tuned up or whatever. But I felt better after the last Bucket Show. We're doing another Bucket Show the 18th of September at the Dojo of Comedy. Tickets should be on sale in 2 days, whatever. It's a great show, very creative. You know, I'm hearing from different comedians. Like, people are taping it. Now I'm going to tape my next thing.
I have it.
Because shit happens, you know? Shit happens up there. So that's what I needed, guys. I had so much shit going on in the hospital, doctors, stitches in my ear. Now I got to go back to the doctor for my ear. It's bleeding again. I asked my wife, I go, take a look at what's going on back there. And I heard her go, holy shit. And I go, what? And she goes, let me get a tweezer. Dog, she pulled out a fucking stitch, a metal stitch. Because this shit was hurting. The thing finally went down. The other day, the top of my ear was on fire. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it would sting and shit. And my wife goes, not only do you have a piece of metal in there, there's a fucking whitehead deep in there. It was a fucking dog. This whole year, this is 14 months. I must have done something bad to somebody. They put the Malouk on me. And it's okay. I'll take it like a man. I did a lot of bad things. I deserve a lot of things. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and go, why does this happen to me? No. I did a lot of creepy things. I robbed a few people, shit like that. You're going to pay for your sins. But I feel better now. I feel a little bit more free now. I know it wasn't a midlife crisis because I would have bought a Corvette and tried to leave my wife for a 19-year-old. Yeah, even though I can't fit in one. I go in a Corvette, I need 18 chiropractors. I can't. You imagine me driving up from Marlboro to 3? You guys have to come out. The auto body guy here. What's his name? Melvy over here. He's going to have to pull me out with the fucking auto body. With the whole scissors of life, whatever the fuck they call them. What do they call them? The scissors of death when they pull you out with the helicopter?
I don't think they call them death. I think
anyway, it doesn't matter. Go back to your coma. Look at the shape.
You can't give me these edibles and then...
I didn't give you nothing. You show up looking like you spent the weekend in Auschwitz on a fucking retreat. What the fuck?
I don't know how to respond to
all fucked up with no suntan. That's a weekend in Auschwitz. You want to go hang out with pale people.
I am pale.
No, but that's the reason why. You should have hung out with black people up in the Bronx and jumped around and play sword. That's what you do next weekend. Bring a sword up to one of the black neighborhoods. What? Bedford style. One of those. Go up there and say Biggie sucks and just swat your sword down the street and see how long you last. And
where am I going to get a sword?
Look at you. Huh?
Where should I get the sword?
At the pawn shop.
A pawn shop?
Yeah, go in there, bring your computer, bring that fucking keyboard. Took you 8 hours to start this show. I got here at 3 in the afternoon. You over there electrocuting yourself and shit, cocksucker. It never ends here at the Church of What's Happening Now, the new edition. What do you got cooking in the map next couple of weeks? What do you got?
This week coming up on Thursday, I'm opening for Josh Wolf in Newtown, Connecticut. And on September
Buy tickets now.
And then on September 20th.
No, don't worry about December 20th. You're living for Thursday night. Get on there. Where's the show at?
It's Jesus Christ.
Look.
It's in Newtown, Connecticut. Edmond Town Hall.
Edmond Town Hall. Where is it?
In Newtown, Connecticut.
Newtown, Connecticut. What's the link? How much are the tickets? What's next door to eat? What's down the corner? They can park their car. These are all the things you gotta have.
Actually, I did look. I did look at.
When you come see me Saturday in fucking Florida, park the car in the garage. Give it to a Cuban guy. you're good. You know what I'm saying? Mi gente. Tell them Uncle Joey sent you. $5, you walk in, get a cocktail at the bar. There's a couple restaurants. They're fucking tremendous. There's a Chinese place down there I'm looking for. We're going to be at the steakhouse either Friday or Saturday night. I'll tell you whatever you want to hear for Saturday night because we're on the fucking express. You know what I'm saying? What happened? ¿Qué pasó? Where'd they go? What happened? What happened? We're in Teterboro. Anyway, tickets are on sale for Philadelphia Parks Casino for the night before Thanksgiving. We also have December 6th at Caesars Casino. And then I think the Pantheon. That's it, man. The Pantheon. November 8th. MGM Grand where? In Maryland. See? And these clowns will all be with me, slinging dick and giving out fucking autographs, okay?
Yep.
Lee, what are you going to say? What do we got again Thursday night? Start from scratch.
On Thursday night, I'm with Josh Wolf.
Compose yourself.
I'm composed.
Don't look at me. Look at the fucking camera. Okay?
Are you ready?
Go.
On Thursday night, I'm opening for Josh Wolf at Edmontown Hall in Newtown, Connecticut, 8 p.m. September 26th, I'm headlining. September 26th.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. September 26th, I'm very excited. I'm headlining the dojo in Morris Plains, New Jersey for the first time. A lot of great comics are opening for me. It's going to be a good time. Pedro Garcia is going to feature for me. Got a lot of great people. So it's going to be a great night.
Who else is going to be there?
Everyone's going to be there. Every comic. Sheba Mason's going to be on the show.
No. What chicks are going to be there sucking dick in
The
the
hottest.
back? Sell it.
All the hottest chicks hang out at Tiff's. Dude,
All the freaks go to
food's-
Lisa Ayash shows.
Dude, I promise you the food's good. I've been
Bon
working
Jovi
really
will be
hard.
there. Bruce Springsteen will be there.
I get fucked up one night.
Tony Soprano. Everybody will be there. You know what I'm saying?
It's fucking awesome.
The sheriff will be there. I love you, motherfuckers. Where's the date?
September 26th.
September 26th.
Well, yeah, I'm fucking. Yeah.
At the dojo and shit in Morristown,
Morris
New
Plains.
Jersey, man. So headlining and shit.
Very
There he goes.
excited.
He goes from Morris Plains to fucking Harvard Plains in fucking Iowa next week. From that, after that, that's his career. He goes from Morris Plains to fucking the Plains in Montana. That's a nice resort out there. You need to get the horse to get up there. So I love you, brother. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, buddy.
Stay black. Have a great week. Get this fucking train going because it ain't stopping till the 31st. And that's it. Let's get this party ended. Have a great week. Bam! Boom! Bam! What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey here. Listen to me. It's fall. The leaves are changing, and so is your fucking nutsack. We're going to resurrect that erection with Blue Chew. That's right. It's the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex, and they're going to raise that dick back from the dead, like my wrinkled up Cuban egg roll type of dick. You'll get the erection that are harder, they last longer, and it gets the job done, Jack. You know what I'm saying? They're just laying there, just like that. The tablets taste like mint. I was just telling somebody. And you can take them at any time, day or night. I ate one for breakfast the other day. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm rolling. Get yourself a subscription so you can be stocked up to stay up. Listen, and we got a special deal for our listeners. We love you, so we're trying to take care of you. Before Halloween comes, before Christmas, we want you to sling dick. So at least Christmas, you got a girlfriend that just sits there and goes, let's do it, baby. It's easy to get you. The first month of Blue Chew is free. That's right, I said free. Just use promo code Joey at checkout and pay $5. That's it. It's that easy. $5 for shipping. That's it. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. We need more kids in China. Head to BlueChew.com for details and safety info. And thank you to Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. And Blue Chew is a great product that'll help you. If it can help me, an old geezer, it'll help you too. BlueChew.com. Ha 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 ha.